Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingVoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Daniel.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All them beautiful kids is here.
We turn a TBV into the Hot 97 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Bang, bang.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, solo dolo Scarface, no Manolo, but it's okay. We are back to discuss the very popular lightweight division. Obviously, we have a lot to discuss when it comes to the lightweight division. So many players. We just had a great fight this weekend with William Zepeda, who took on Jaime Abolera. Right now, we're going to be talking about Tank and Shakur, most specifically Shakur and, his choice words. Most specifically, Shakur and his choice words for Gervonta Tank Davis, both before and after his fight with Ryan Garcia. I do apologize to all my listeners that, use me in the morning to get to work, but we definitely wanted to address all the technical difficulties that we had. And we've been having some audio issues for a while now. We haven't really been doing interviews because my interview mode, it's just been echoing. I'm not sure if I got it down 100%. I think I did. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we do not experience any more audio issues. Hopefully you can hear all my sound bites from everywhere. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But if not, what are we going to do? You know what I mean?
In Jesus' name.
That's about all we can do is hope that in Jesus' name we got it right. But if you want to call in, the number to call 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. So the main thing that we're here to discuss, obviously, is Max Kellerman saying that Gervonta Tank Davis won't fight Shakur Stevenson unless in that contract it states that he could only use one arm. Now, obviously, this is sarcasm. Some good sarcasm, but sarcasm. So we got quite a few audios that we need to play for you guys, and we are going to get to those. We're going to give you some Bradley and some Shakur, and we're going to give you some Max, because Max Kellerman of Max on Boxing featured Tim Bradley, and they spoke of, obviously, Gervonta Tank Davis, and it is Max's opinion that, the guy that's going to be issues for Tank Davis is Shakur Stevens, but he doesn't believe that, that fight will happen. and he's asking Bradley his opinion on whether that fight will happen. I see in the chat, Mac B says, "Come on, man. Max is a PBC hater." All right, well, let's play some audio, man. Let's play some audio. Let's spice things up with playing this audio first to remind everybody. Let me pause that because I see it transmitting through the mixer, but I don't see it transmitting through the bar. So did y'all hear that? He said, "When you start." Uh, Let me see. Did y'all hear that at all? Okay, Bo says yes. We heard it. Shout out to Bo, cause you know they was playing with my head, Bo. They was playing with my head yesterday, and that's why I came back so late. All right. So Bo is saying he heard it, but Bo, you on Discord, Bo? You're on Discord. Bo is on Discord. So on YouTube, no, no, no. All right. So I think I have to do. Let me see this. Let me see this. This is what we got to do. So it's a matter of learning this. This is what we got to do. Right? That should have done it. Are we locked or something? Let me see here. Let me see. All right. Well, it isn't. Let me try. This is bad. See, this is why it took so long, because I didn't want all this shit to happen, and looks like it's still gonna happen here. All right. Well, that sucks. This is exactly what I thought I worked out, man. This is very horrible. So it's only YouTube. I'll tell you that that doesn't hear it, because I know on Twitter and on Discord it can be heard, which is crazy because I even did record only mode and that was working. All right. Yep. So that's gonna suck because you need to hear the audio, man. Lord have mercy. Why is it got everything got to be so difficult, huh? Let me see here. And again, sorry for the dead air. Just trying to make sure this gets done right. But for whatever reason, it just ain't working. Horrible. Let me try this way then. Oh my goodness. All right. Hopefully this works now.
Were April, tell him that to have that same
Yes.
energy after that fight. After he fight Golden Girl Garcia, tell him to have the same type of energy. Tell him to send the contract over, or we send the contract to him. However it go, tell him to fight me. That dude get to feeling himself and feeling like he's something that he not in. And to the world, he looked like a killer, but I can't wait. I'm gonna expose him. I'm gonna expose him. I promise you, I'm gonna expose him. I'm gonna be the person that he going there. He not gonna knock out. He not gonna hurt. He got to go 12 rounds with somebody, and somebody gonna be beating him. He ain't gonna like that shit. That shit gonna mess with his heart. That shit gonna fuck with his head. Watch. But I think that.
So that is one of the audios. Let's just keep it moving here. And that is Shakur Stevenson very aggressively saying that he will expose Tank, that Tank is only talking like that because he had the 2 fights lined up. He even called Ryan Garcia Golden Girl. But this is Max Kellerman and Timothy Bradley on ESPN's Max on Boxing.
Stevenson seems to represent the kind of threat that almost no matter how much money is ultimately available, it's going to take some doing to get Heyman to risk his guy against Shakur. You're nodding yes, you agree with that. And that's really the impediment to this fight, it seems to me.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, when they can go and sell out a 20,000 seat arena.
Once again, this is Max and Timothy Bradley here. They're obviously, you know, talking about the potential fight with Shakur and Tank, and basically giving their reasons why they don't believe it'll happen, and if it does, how it can happen.
Fighting against a Cruz or fighting against even, let's say, a Martin, for instance, another 135-pounder over there that's doing some things. They're not going to waste their time in trying to, you know, negotiate. They're going to have all the terms and all the money in their hands. They can control.
And this is something that we've all been saying, which is unfortunate, right? Because it's like, this isn't the fight, you know, that needs to be built or, you know, needs to simmer, you know, marinate, whatever words and terms you want to use in boxing, right? This is something that we can take right now.
Control everything. So why would they go and fight Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah,
it just makes no sense, you know? It's business at the end of the day. Now, at the end of the, just put.
So obviously, Tim is now going to say how Shakur can get the fight.
Put it this way. Now, Shakur Stevenson get a couple of straps, you know, at this weight class.
Shakur Stevenson seems to represent.
So he believes if Shakur gets some straps at the weight class, possibly he'll be able to get it that way. I don't know about that. We just seen Devin Haney come out today saying that, you know, the fights that'll keep him in the division are Shakur and obviously Tank Davis. But I do got one other that I want to play because that is the title, right? This is Max, obviously with sarcasm, but still taking shots at those, you know, at Tank and at Tank fans. Let's just be real.
There'll be all kinds of stipulations in the contract. If they believe the other side is really thirsty to make the fight, Shakur can only fight with one hand. And you know why that's unfair to Tank? Because Tank doesn't need that stuff. And there'll be all kinds of stipulations in the contract. If they believe the other side is really thirsty to make the fight, Shakur can only fight with one hand. And you know why that's unfair to Tank? Because Tank doesn't need that stuff.
And, you know, that's something that we said when the rehydration clause came out, right? It's like Max said exactly what we said. We all thought Tank would beat Ryan at 140, at 135, catch weight, no catch weight, hydration, no rehydration. And, you know, regardless, though, he had the stipulations that are now going down as tankulations, right? So it's like, Max said it best. Tank doesn't need that. But by having that in there, you open yourself up to that criticism and to receive less credit than, you know, you should get. But yeah, man, I do apologize that I didn't figure out the freaking audio and screen share a little bit faster and sooner. But we got it now. Phone lines are open. 14255695241 is the number to call if you want to give us your opinion on Max Kellerman saying that, Tank won't fight Shakur unless in the contract he can only use one arm. What are your thoughts on not only Tank, but also Shakur, right? Because Shakur had some interesting things to say during, or rather before the actual fight with Ryan Garcia and Tank took place. And I'll just play that audio again for those that didn't hear it.
He a hell of a fighter. I mean, look at him. He fighting pay-per-view, knocking these dudes out. That don't take away the fact that I can beat this dude. It don't take away from the fact that this dude know he can't beat me. He only saying that because he got fights lined up. He know that he got two.
Now, just, listen to what he said. Like, he's giving them credit. Yo, he's doing his thing on pay-per-view. That still don't take away the fact that I could beat him. You understand? That don't take away the fact that I could beat him. And he going to go on to say that he will expose him.
Fights lined up, January, April. Tell him that to have that same energy after that fight. After he fight Golden Girl Garcia, tell him to have the same type of energy. Tell him to send the contract over, or we send the contract to him. However it go, tell him to fight me. That dude get to feeling himself and feeling like he's something that he's not in.
That dude get to feeling himself like he's something that he not.
And to the world, he look like a killer, but I can't wait. I'm gonna expose him. I'm gonna expose him. I promise you, I'm gonna expose him.
What did Shakur do in Spawn, or what was allowed in Spawn that Shakur feels he will expose him? Yeah. Oh no, I know this is old. He obviously said before the fight. He said, you got two fights. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's saying. He was addressing Tank talking greasy while having two fights lined up. But you see, the Tank fans, they're really protectors. The Tank protectors, they got laughing emoji saying, yo, this is old. Oh, the audio don't change the fact that he said, when you get done with Golden Girl Garcia, let's make the fight so I can expose you. You see that? You want this audio to be old and forgotten. But no, his audio says, when you beat Golden Girl Garcia, send a contract. Send a contract. He did fuck up and say, or will send it. You send it or will send it, but he not the A side. You can't really send it over there.
Don't be the person that he going there, he not gonna knock out. He not gonna hurt. He gotta go 12 rounds with somebody and somebody gonna be beating him. He ain't gonna like that shit. That shit gonna mess with his heart. That shit gonna fuck with his head. Watch. But I think that he a hell of a.
So yeah, and then obviously you got Max.
Stuff, and there'll be all kinds of stipulations in the contract. If they believe the other side is really thirsty to make the fight, Shakur can only fight with one hand. And you know why that's unfair to Tank? Because Tank doesn't need that stuff in the.
He sure don't. He sure don't. But the phone lines are open. If you want to call in, go ahead and voice. If you want to call in and voice your opinion, go ahead and do so. The number to call, 14255695241. We got Discord open. We got Twitter Spaces open. And it looks like we got our audio working. We can even have interviews now if all is well. We'll be back to getting those good old interviews, giving people, an opportunity to promote their fight and things of that nature. But let's see what we got. Let's open it up. Who's with us?
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Way too trill. What it do?
Yo, I'm back again. What I missed, man? I just joined. What, this Max Kellerman talking that nonsense?
Yes, sir. Max and Tim
Oh
Bradley.
man, Matt. Every time Max say something about boxing, he be off. Every time, man.
What you think he was off on?
No, I didn't even watch that part. I'm talking about shoot. He was off on the Devin Haney before he won the Undisputed and all of that. He was discrediting Floyd. Every time Max on boxing interview somebody from Top Rank or ESPN, he be wrong on the questions and how he delivered people. He just don't be right when it comes to boxing. He just jump in with the flashcards and say what they want him to say. That's how I feel about Max on the boxing tip. But you gotta play that when we done with this, man. Replay it for me, or I'm gonna look on YouTube, man, because I just jumped in the group chat for real.
No worries, champ. Obviously, Max is saying that, Tank won't fight Shakur unless in the contract it states that, Shakur could only use one arm.
Oh man, that's some bull, dog. That ain't right. Max, man, come on, man. You gonna hear this, Max? Come on, man. Come better with that, dog. Come on. But that's all I got to say. I'm about to watch it right now. I just got hip to it for real. Just woke up.
All right. Nah, it's been out for maybe 4 to 5 days. As y'all can see when I screen shared, I clipped the audio from that episode 4 days ago. And, it had to have aired either the day of or the day before, I'm assuming. But we got a $5 super chat from Kerry G that says, could it be possible there's... Oh, that's old. Oh, shit. Okay. I was about to read the one about the mole all over again. Big Balls Nino, what up?
Yo, Nash, you can hear me?
Yup.
Yeah, man. About the laugh. I ain't really heard nobody say Max don't know too much about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much
that was
feel
the
like
first.
everybody like. Yeah, I pretty much feel like Max. You feel me? He got one of the best. I was gonna say Max got one of the best commentaries and you feel me viewpoints on the game. I done heard out of everybody since I've been watching boxing. I fuck with Kellerman, but you feel me? This is all Tank fault. You know what I'm saying? Like he brought this shit on himself that got people feeling like this about him. And like we said, shit, he just had the biggest fight of his career, and he put the nigga through the ringer just to get the fight. Like you had so many fighters coming out saying they don't even know why Ryan took the fight. They wouldn't even take it. So it's like, of course, when we bring up you feel me, more competitive names like Devin Haney or Regis or Shakur, of course we gotta feel like he gonna be on some bullshit with them because nobody thought Ryan was even gonna beat this boy for real. And look what he did to him to make the fight. So with Kellerman saying that, it's just, you feel me? It's just pretty much saying like, yeah, he gonna make him go through some bullshit like he made Ryan go through. And like he said, he really don't even need that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the one who brought it up, man. He learning from Floyd, dog. Like I feel like we ain't never gonna get the fights we need at the time we supposed to get them with Javante. And I just feel like that's the only problem with it because I feel like he could beat, you feel me, all these dudes, but you feel me, he ain't jumping in that water. And that's why I'm starting to drift away from him, you feel me, because I don't like that shit. And it's like everybody be, you feel me, turning a blind eye to the shit, letting them do whatever. And it's just like, because he knocking everybody out, they don't care about it. So it's like, shit, they don't care who he fight. I'm worried about them top names. It's like they bringing up Pitbull, everybody talking about, oh, it's cool for a rematch. Fuck that. Go in there with Dev. But I'm at work, bro. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I'm out of here.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in. Big Balls Nino. If you want to call, number to call 1-425-569-5241. We got Twitter rocking and rolling if you want to use that. We also have Discord if you want to call in via Discord. Don't forget to just raise your hand. And we're going out to the phone lines. Looks like I got a couple callers there. Let me go check that. In the meantime, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Thank you guys for rocking out with us. We also have a poll on our live show here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where we're asking you guys a very important question. Let me tell you. We want to know, do you believe Tank Davis would fight Shakur Stevenson without contract stipulations? And the first choice is yes. Tank is the one. No clauses. 35% of the votes believe Tank will fight Shakur without any clauses. No. Learned all those stipulations with Floyd Mayweather, 31%. So that means Tank will fight Shakur with stipulations because he learned it from Floyd. 17% with catch weights and rehydration. So that means the 31% and the 17% believe he'll use that. And then another 18% says only if Shakur fights with one arm. So pretty much they don't believe Tank will fight Shakur without any contract stipulations, as they've chosen more stipulations than none in terms of how would Tank go about it. But if you want to call in to make this poll look like it's wrong, because they're definitely, the poll definitely is showing that the audience believes Tank would need stipulations in order to face Shakur Stevens. Now, obviously some of you are probably very educated and knowledgeable on the sport, which means, you found out the way that we found out that, Ryan had a rehydration in the catch weight, and then we find out that Barrios had a rehydration, and I don't know. I think Rowley also came out and said he had one, and it's like, wow, we just didn't know these things. So, who knows? Maybe the overwhelming percent that believe Tank will put stipulations on Shakur are correct. But we're going out to the phone lines. Khalid in Indiana, what's up?
What up, bro? Hey, bro. Well, first of all, shout out Max Kellerman. I ain't gonna comment on that. That he just talking on the show. He trying to get clicks or whatever. And I respect his viewpoint, so that's cool. But bro, Shakur Stevenson, bro, he gotta fight somebody. Now I understand. You don't get to just jump Devin Haney, bro. I can see us talking about Devin Haney get to fight Tank, bro. But you don't get the money. Yo, he was in a showcase fight. And I understand that Shakur sending out contracts. So Shakur want to fight. He not ducking no smoke. But he still got to fight somebody, bro, before he just get the Tank fight, bro. He only fought, as far as I know, tell me if I'm wrong, he only fighting in Jersey. So, I don't know what his ticket sales is like somewhere else. Top rank managing that properly. But, bro, he got to fight somebody that's going to at least fight him back. Not no dude from overseas, like some Chinese dude or whoever that was. Bro, he got to fight somebody, bro. That's why I said Ortiz, but you said that he about to maybe fight Keyshawn or somebody like that, bro. But he got to get some work before he just get that fight, bro. I understand that he got to say, yo, Tank got to fight me and all that because he trying to get that fight. But he don't get to skip Devin Haney. If we going to call in and talk about it, yo, Devin Haney,
But
undisputed.
what do you mean skip? You mean skip Devin to get the Tank fight, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm saying skip Devin Haney to get the Tank fight.
Okay.
The only person that get that at 130. To me, Devin. Then bro, Tank Stevenson got to go fight some more. He got to do some more work. We understand you've done great things at 130, but do something at 135.
Appreciate you calling in. Ed in New York, what's good with you? Queen, stand up.
Yo, what's good, Nuts? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo, I got a couple takes, man. I'm a Tank fan that respects Devin Haney. I think he's a hell of a boxer. I just think he's hella boring. I got respect for Shakur too. I think he's hella talented. Like my man just said, man, Shakur he just got to 135, bro. You gotta at least fight one or two more people. I think we should be talking about Devin Haney. I think he's deserving of a Tank fight. He's been at 135. I don't like the fact he only fought one dude to be undisputed, but it is what it is, right? So I think he deserves to fight way more than Shakur deserves to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been at 135. He's the champion. You know, if anything, you know, he deserves that fight. My last point is I don't like the fact that Shakur and Keyshawn on somebody best friend shit. Like, since when motherfuckers in boxing want to be best friends? Or why you befriending him? Because he could whoop your ass? Like, Keyshawn is nice. I would like to see them two potentially fight. But now they don't want they on some we cool with each other. We not fighting each other. I think that shit corny. This is boxing, bro. This ain't, you know, a team sport. You know what I'm saying? But keep doing your thing, like and comment, you feel me?
For sure. Appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you. We're gonna keep it moving here. Looks like we got Hawk in Maryland.
Yo, Nuts, how you doing this morning?
Can't complain.
All right, great show, great show. Hit that like and subscribe, everybody. Hey, look, man. Tank's whole career, I don't know if people pay attention to this. Tank fight guys that try to knock him out. I have to agree with Max on one thing. They're not putting him in with no Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson and no time soon, and I don't blame him. His whole career has been based on fighting dudes that try to knock him out. Barrios tried to knock him out. The dude he just fought, the Oscar De La Hoya boy, he just tried to knock him out. That's why they all get in position where he can set him up. Even Cruz are all fighters that come to knock Tank out. They're not putting him in there with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, which are two fighters who are perfectly happy if you boo them the whole fight. They'll go 12 rounds. They're not going to go outside their plan. Neither one of them do that. Both Haney and Shakur will box Tank for 12 rounds, whether they are hurting him or whether they are just in the fight. They're going to still stick to their plan and win. That's why I don't believe that Floyd would fight them, because they are perfectly happy with going 12 rounds, whether the audience is booing or not. And actually the best fight would probably be Shakur and Haney. That'd be the most technical fight we would see. But Tank against Shakur and Tank against Haney, no, I don't see that happening. First of all, you can't hit Shakur, and Devin Haney will just stick to his plan for 12 rounds. I mean, that's a Sugar Ray Leonard thing. He'll stick to his plan. He won't go outside his plan and try to knock Tank out. All Tank fighters try to knock him out, and he knocks him out.
Hawk, man, thanks for calling in. We got Amar. What's going on, champ? In what you call it? Cali, right?
Yes, sir.
What's
From
up
Brooklyn,
with
but
you?
I'm in Cali, man. What's going on, man? Hey, Ness. So I just, again, shout out, beautiful live stream. Everybody smash the like button. I just want to put my little 2 cents in there, man. You know, all this talk about stipulations in boxing, every boxing match has stipulations. And like, we got to stop that nonsense, bro. You know, as far as weight classes go, there's weight classes for a reason. I think that when it comes to these weight classes and the hydration and all that, I think they should have same day weigh-ins for everybody, straight up. Because if we fighting at 135 and a dude could come in at 159 on the night of the fight, I mean, what's the sense of even having a weight class? Let's be honest, right? And boxing is full of stipulations. That's what makes it a boxing match. It's a organized fight. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, you know, I like Shakur, I like Devin. You know what I'm saying? But I like Tank as well. Tank is my guy. I like them all for different reasons, right? And they all deserve their flowers. But my thing is this, like Shakur, I like Shakur, but I think, you know, you're getting people gassing him up a little bit, because all this talk like he don't get hit, that's a lie. There's not nobody in boxing that don't get hit. You see what I'm saying? Let's be honest. He gets touched. I've been seeing Shakur get touched a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And this whole thing comparing him to Floyd, we got to stop comparing him to Floyd, because there's only one Floyd, right? Shakur is more like an Andre Ward. He's not like a Floyd Mayweather. I mean, that's my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Or similarities, but they're not the same. You know, on top of that, you know, I just think that it's gonna be a good fight whenever it happens. But in the meantime, man, we gotta stop like stripping away from what Tank and Garcia just did, man, they just rejuvenated boxing in a big way. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like everybody trying to water that down and pull away from it. And we should be happy that they even had that fight because there's a lot of eyes on boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see the fight whenever it happens. But I think we need to just let it marinate, man. When I say let it marinate, I mean let Shakur continue to build up some steam, and it'll happen when it happens.
All right, champ. I got a couple super chats I got to get to. We are rocking on Discord. If you want to call in, all you got to do is raise your hand. We got Emperor Mitty with a $2 super chat. He says Deontay Wilder arrested in California, gun and drugs. Hand on face emoji. We got Average Boxing Fan, $2 super chat, says the fuck. So Valdez and Herring were nobodies? What the fuck? I don't know. I don't even know why he's saying that. I mean, I didn't hear anyone say that Herring. Or maybe he's trying to say the caller said he got to fight somebody because the caller said he's got to fight somebody. Maybe, I don't know. We got a brand new caller though in Rochester. What up with you?
TBV, bruh. I'm always watching y'all. Man, only thing I gotta say is
What's your
I
name,
can't
champ?
believe the way they. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm James.
James, talk to us.
Bro, what I can't seem to understand is how is it that they look past Gervonta Davis's IQ? I mean, like, dude, we know if he get in there with a Shakur or Devin Haney, his IQ is just gonna go crazier when he get in there with them. Look at how he did Ryan. He set up everything. He's not just going in there to knock you out. Remember what Coach Calvin said. I trained for 12-round punishment. Coach Kenny trained for knockouts. At the end of the day, Tank is going in there. He's able to knock these guys out because, like one of the callers said, is these guys try to come in there and knock him out. But at the end of the day, Devin, he gets hit. Look how he got hit with Linares. And I'm a big Devin Haney fan. I fought with Devin whole 9 yards. Look how he got hit with Linares. He can get touched. It's about who you in there with. If you in there with guys like Cambosis, if you in there with guys like Soshino, like which Shakur just fought, yeah, they're not going to be a big challenge for you. But you get in there with somebody whose IQ matches yours, it's not going to be you just going to jab him. You got to have more than a jab to keep Tank off you. You got to be able to do more than just move your head left and right for him to get up off you. At the end of the day, they're going to get hit. And Tank going to touch you. No matter how slick you think you can fight, he going to touch you one way or another. And then once he touch you, then let's see how you react. But don't just say, oh, all he got is knockout power and he coming in and knock guys out, because he's not. He got a good IQ. And he can see stuff that other people don't see. He the only one. The fighters are the only ones in the ring. We can't fight for him. The only thing we can do is, as fans, watch the fight and hope our guy wins. But I ain't got no dog in them. I ain't got no dog in this match because I like both. I like all of those guys. I really like all of the fighters coming up at 135. But you know how that go.
Champ, appreciate you calling in. We going out tonight. Hendrix, what it do?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I just want to say that last caller was talking some bullshit. Talking about look how he got hit with Lamar. Man, go on with that bullshit, man. Out of 12 rounds, one fucking punch you bring up. So he ain't gonna bring up the other fucking 11 rounds. And Devin still won that. I think it was the 10th or 11 when he got hit. Still won that round. Still won that round by a landslide. Like, beat the shit out of Lamar. Like, these people, man, come on, man, with that shit, man. Like, that's crazy. Like, Devin whooped that man ass the whole fight, and you bring up one punch. Of course, you're going to get hit in the fight. But see what happened, Devin was trying to please the fans, and he even said it in the interview. He said he know who he is. He was like, yeah, with that fight and the Gamboa fight and the JoJo fight, he was trying to stop them. But he was like, now, if the knockout comes, he going to let it come. If it don't, oh well, he just going to beat the shit out of you. So, like, real talk. People, I was arguing with my boy about this. I would rather get knocked out than get fucking embarrassed 12 rounds. Because a knockout basically is a punch that landed. A good punch that landed, that knocks you out. But a beating is somebody who knows what they're doing in there. And they're going to beat the shit out of you for so long that you're going to be like, man, I can't fuck with this guy. This guy's just going to beat my ass every time. If you get knocked out, you might be like, hey, yeah, he got lucky last time, knocked me out. He ain't going to do it this time. Man, come on with that shit, man. They got to quit that, man. They got to start giving Tank passes. Like, it's either you fight Shakur, Devin, Frank. I even give a fucking Michelle Rivera in there, even though he lost. I even put him in that motherfucker. And like, come on, man, you gotta fight something, man. You gotta do something. You can't just go in here with people who Buddy said trying to knock him out. But these people ain't even got no damn power to knock you out. And then Linares got more knockouts than he got fights. So what are they talking about? Hey man, that's my call, man.
All right, all right. Thanks for calling in, Nike Hendricks. So I got a super chat, and they're asking, can I confirm if Wilder was arrested? And according to Boxing Scene, yes, he was arrested and charged with possession of a concealed firearm. And yeah, they say it was a routine stop, that his Rolls Royce had illegal tinted windows and obstruction of the license plate. So obviously that gave them probable cause to stop him. They smelt marijuana, which gave them probable cause to search the car, and then found the gun and arrested Wilder. So that is what happened. That's the second time he's been pulled over and they smell marijuana. So shout out to my boy Wilder if he's a smoker. If you feel me? Because I think it was in the Phantom the last time, like mad years ago after the title shot in Alabama. Uh, he got pulled over and charged with marijuana. So LA is different than Florida and Alabama. Obviously, Florida and Alabama gun laws are totally different. Also, tinted window laws for Florida are different. So, yeah, I would think that California would allow you to have some sort of tinted windows with as sunny as you assume Cali to be. But that is the case here in Vegas. You don't get pulled over for tinted windows in Vegas or I would say in Florida, bro. Like they don't give a fuck about that shit in Florida. I ain't been nowhere where they pull you over in Florida for that. But that is the facts. That is the facts. We've just gotten the report from BoxingScene.com. We got Lemmy on a check-in in Tennessee. What's up, Lemmy?
Hey, how's it going, brother? How's it going, man?
We good. We good.
Hey, so real quick, yeah, everybody's been saying that Devin deserves this fight, because he's undisputed, and like, yeah, sure, man. On paper, he'd most definitely be like Tank's toughest opponent, for sure, and he's got great boxing IQ. But dude, Shakur and Tank, man, that's the fight. That's the fight that's got to happen. Most people already know it. You ain't gotta convince them. Shakur's the GOAT, bro. But anyway, something else that Max said that you didn't play on a soundbite, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you can't play all of it. But Max even said it. He said that Tank is the face of boxing. Devin has all the belts, so he's a champ. But Corman is the best fighter. That's the best fighter in that division, anywhere from 140 and under, he said. And statistically, dude, I mean, logistically, however you want to look at it, he's unmatched, bro. I mean, he is the best. So I think that's going to be the greatest fight. And yeah, man, if that happens, that would literally be the greatest fight since Mayweather Pacquiao. But yeah, man, that's all I got. You take care, bro.
All right. Thanks for calling in. So we just got the tweet from Deontay Wilder, and we'll screen share that. So I guess he's already been released. And he says, I'd rather be safe than sorry. The end. And obviously, we all understand that. A man of his celebrity status, you know, you ain't trying to get caught slipping. And then when you're in those states where you can't legally carry, you need to have some sort of armed bodyguard. But the report says this was 1:15 in the morning. You know what I mean? You don't want to really be hanging with somebody 24 fucking 7. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, they give him like probation or something. Because at the end of the day, I mean, in the East Coast, a firearm charge. I mean, it's not. The good thing is, I'm sure it's his and then not an illegal firearm because the charge they're saying is just concealed. So I guess maybe he has a license to carry in Cali, but not a license to carry concealed firearm. So hopefully this is actually nothing, because it sounds like he might have had a license since he was just being charged with possession of a concealed firearm. Not sure though. Laws are different for every state. CYP, what up?
Yo, yo.
Yo.
I look at it like this, right? When you in Cali or wherever you at, and you're a celebrity, if you get ran up on and jacked and smoked, they say, man, you should have had a strap. But then I guess if you're an unliked celebrity and you get caught with one, then you stupid as hell. Dumbass nigga shouldn't be carrying no gun. That's how people are. It depends on if you like it or not. I realize how important and unimportant it is to be liked in America. When you're a liked, boy, they look past everything you do. When you are disliked, they will lie on your ass and say shit about you. It ain't even true. People are funny like that. So I say fuck them all. Keep your circle small. When it comes down to Tank, I was looking something up, and I bet in the chat, if I ask y'all, how many fights has Tank Davis been down on the cards before he finished the dude? How many fights do people think? How about zero? How about zero? Zero. He's never been down on the official scorecards. Never. Before he knocked the dude out. Right? But the narrative is that, oh, he fights, so he gives away around. No, he don't be down. No, he don't. No, he doesn't. Officially, your scorecard doesn't matter. My scorecard doesn't matter. The judges do. He's never been down. So technically, he can still go on and win the goddamn fight, even before the knockdown. This Shakur is the best fighter shit. He may be the future of boxing, which I think he is. But Tank is in his prime. If you think Devin just moving up to 135 is his prime, cool. Put him there with Tank. He gets knocked out. You say, but he wasn't in his prime. Excuses already made when it comes to people losing to Tank. Tank right now is the best fighter under 140, not Shakur. Shakur may be the best fighter in the future, but right now it's Tank's time. You put your ass up in there with Tank and you get knocked out, get ready for the excuse train. It happens. The best way you beat a knockout artist who can box is you knock his ass out or you wait him out. You knock him out or you wait him out. You wait it out Triple G or you knock out Wilder. Other than that, you're getting your fucking ass cooked. CYP out. Smells like fish.
All right. And for those that don't know what has everyone riled up, we'll play it.
Fighter. I mean, look at him. He fighting pay-per-view, knocking these dudes out. That don't take away the fact that I can beat this dude. It don't take away from the fact that this dude know he can't beat me. He only saying that because he got fights lined up. He know that he got 2 fights lined up, January, April. Tell him that to have that same energy after that fight. After he fight on Golden Girl Garcia, tell him to have the same type of energy. Tell him to send the contract over, or we send the contract to him. However it go, tell him to fight me. That dude get to feeling himself and feeling like he's something that he not in. And to the world, he look like a killer, but I can't wait. I'm gonna expose him. I'm gonna expose him. I promise you, I'm gonna expose him. I'm gonna be the person that he going there. He not gonna knock out. He not gonna hurt. He got to go 12 rounds with somebody, and somebody gonna be beating him. He ain't gonna like that shit. That shit gonna mess with his heart. That shit gonna fuck with his head. Watch.
be all kinds of stipulations in the contract. If they believe the other side is really thirsty to make the fight, Shakur can only fight with one hand. And you know why that's unfair to Tank? Because Tank doesn't need that stuff in the.
We're going back out to the phone lines. Just wanted to give you some of the facts. We got Big Gucci Nick on Discord. What it do?
What it do, man? Shout out TBV. Shout out Ness. Shout out to Nightmare Ness, man. We got Ringwalk Danny. We got the Nightmare Ness, man. Everybody smash that like and subscribe, man. Yo, also shout out CYP, man. Always can rely on a knowledgeable dude when it comes to Tank, man. Seriously, he always putting them points out there, man. Shout out to you, man. He completely right, man. Tank that dude, man. Like he does what he say he will do, man. And tell me if I'm wrong, man, but I ain't never seen Tank hurt in a fight. Have you?
Nah.
Yeah, man. We heard of either we seen Ryan get hurt, we seen Devin get hurt, and we heard about Shakur talking about him getting hurt. He'll go back on his word, but he on record saying he got hurt by a body shot. He didn't say what names, but then he'll go back on record saying he ain't never got hurt. Man. So you can't really go with Shakur's word, man. But the fact of the matter is, he spoke the truth first, man. And when people picked up on it, he want to go back on his word. But fact of the matter is, all them dudes got hurt, man. Like Tank, he that dude that hasn't showed any vulnerabilities, man. He showed that he got quicker speed than Ryan, more power than anybody in the division, and a boxing IQ that's up there, probably number one, if not right next to Shakur and Devin, man, for sure. But yeah, man, y'all got to give this man his flowers right now. I guarantee you, when the dust settles, he gonna be the only man standing. You feel me? But yeah, that's my call, man. Yo, keep out the great work, man.
Who's gonna be the only man standing, Tank or Shakur? Which one you talking about?
Tank, 100% Tank, man.
All right,
100%.
champ. Well, thank you for calling in. We got Discord open if you want to call in and not have to use any of your cell phone's plan or whatever the case may be. If you want to call in via landline, the number is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. I'm going out to Jones on the beat.
What's good? The Boxing Voice family is Jones on the beat from Beat Promoters. Hey, look, man. Can y'all hear me okay?
Perfect.
Yo, so on the surface, man, we all think, well, some of us, most of us think Shakur is the GOAT or the golden child. And on the surface, it looks like that. And you almost have to believe Shakur when he says what he's going to do to an opponent, because every time he says what he's going to do to his opponent, not only does he do that, but he does it well. But no matter how much back and forth we do, man, we don't know who the best is until they fight each other, man. So if these fighters are not fighting each other, we're going to continue to have this conversation as fans. Who's going to be the last man standing? And we really don't know, because styles make fights, and boxers don't know really what to expect until they get in that square circle with their opponent. So we don't really know who the best is. All we can do is the eye test. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I appreciate the show, man. I love the show. I got a son named Tyson Jones who boxed down here in Houston at the Rojas gym. Y'all need to look out for the Rojas family. Man. He's 10 years old.
What weight?
He's 10 years old, man. They already feel. He said, well, wait. He hasn't started fighting yet, man. He's just right now training with Freddie Rojas down here in Houston.
Oh, I got a couple people out there. I think JT might be in Dallas. He got like 3 sons. They've been boxing too, but man, salute to you, man. Keep that grind, man. Hopefully we be interviewing you and your son on here one day.
Yeah, man. Hey, your name comes up in the gym, man. You need to interview Freddie Rojas, man. The dude is a beast.
Bet.
Yeah, man.
All right, champ.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh no, you talking about Freddie the Fraudis? He's trained. He's with James Prince.
Yeah.
Yo, that's my man, bro. I know him. He used to be out here, but he out there now.
He's a monster. He
I
in there
know.
housing boys in the gym,
I
bro.
know, bro. I don't
These
know.
dudes
I
don't
don't
stand
know
a
what's
chance against
going on, bro. Like they should have been doing something with him, bro. Like I really don't get it. He's that dude, bro. For real. I don't know. It's crazy. He
Bro, he's
like
a
15-0
6'4"
or 10-0, right? All
Yeah, he
knockouts.
just had a fight recently.
Yeah.
He just knocked the cat out recently last month. You know what I mean? They was talking about getting him on that Tank and Ryan undercard, but it didn't pan out.
Well,
we gotta
I
get him on the boxing voice, bro.
Nah, for sure. We've had him on before. I've watched him spar. I'm definitely hip to him and totally interested in getting him back on. Yeah, I didn't even know he had a fight, man. Tell him DM me. I watched him spar Carlos Adames. I think that was the day I said, "Damn, hello, new guy." King George, what up?
What up, Neff? How we doing today?
Can't complain, man. Another day, another podcast.
Don't Neff, don't Canelo? I don't even know. Does Canelo fight this week?
Does he? I think it's next week.
Okay.
I thought Tank was the face of boxing.
Talking about Tank, man. I think we displaying why Tank is the face of boxing, man.
I think we talking about Shakur. I think we talking about Shakur and Kellerman. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
I like Shakur. I think Shakur beats Tank, to be honest with you. But I think Shakur got to build a name for him. So I know some of us that really watch boxing, we know Shakur, but a lot of them guys, if I ask some of my friends that don't really watch boxing, they don't really know who Shakur is. He's not a worldwide name. He ain't like Ryan. That fight ain't gonna sell out. It'll be a great fight, but I just think he needs to fight some different guys before he tries to fight Tank. But as a fan of Tank, man, I am holding him accountable. You know, I remember watching an interview. I'm not 100% sure if it was pre-Ryan fight, but I remember him saying that he didn't want to fight long and he wanted all the top guys before he goes. So I'm expecting that to be Haney and Stevenson. So if he wants to retire and he wants to end early, I would just like to see that Haney fight and that Stevenson fight. And Tank is always an X factor. You never know. You know, like I said, I believe Stevenson wins. But, man, when I watch Tank, it makes me nervous. You know, you never know what can happen in there. Other than that, that's all I got for you.
Appreciate you calling in, man, on the check-in. Looks like I got LV. What it do? Yo. Hello?
Yep.
What's up, brother? Who's this?
This is Eric from Maryland.
You got to get off that Bluetooth, brother. We can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. I just wanted to obviously speak on what was already going on. First of all, the thing with the stipulations, Tank already said, which we're going to see if it holds true. He already said if you meet him at 135, same thing he said for Ryan, there's not going to be no rehydration or nothing.
Yeah,
if you fight him at 135.
But we already learned that wasn't true because Rolly met him at 35 and had a rehydration. And then Barrios met him at 40 and had a rehydration. And then Tank.
Has it been confirmed about Rolly?
What? Hell yeah.
At 135?
Both of them came out and said it. Rolly and Barrios came out. They ain't want Ryan taking. They ain't want Ryan taking all the shine. Ryan was getting too much shine.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Shakur, I think Shakur definitely is top tier in the division. I believe it is 1, 2, 3 between him, Devin, and Tank. Honestly, it's a crapshoot. The thing with Shakur, though, it goes in reverse to me the same way like he said with Tank. If your only thing that you think you're going to do is knock me out, then you already lost. I believe the same thing opposite way. If the only thing you're trying to say is that you're going to take 12 rounds, you already lost. If you think you're going to take Tank 12 rounds, you already lost. I like Shakur as a boxer. I think he's phenomenal. I don't think he has that killer instinct.
But
Honestly,
you do
whenever
understand you telling the man that got Tank ready for his first fight. I'm your
right,
lead spawn partner. I'm your
right,
lead spawn partner for your first title shot. How can you tell me I'm not going 12 with you? Like,
because that's a lead sparring partner. That's not a fight. Don't get me wrong. I believe they know each
you
other's
obviously
skills
ain't
very
watched
well.
nobody spar before, man.
But that's a sparring match.
No,
That's not
that's a
you're not fighting
fight,
12
man.
rounds.
It's a fight. It's a fight.
Nah,
All right.
nah.
All right.
You can't consider sparring a 12-round match.
Okay. You there? Uh-oh. I guess Eric had to drop off for work purposes. We got Capicu.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
What up?
Shit, man, he definitely ain't no fighter. He definitely ain't sparred before. He don't think a fucking spar match ain't no fight. I'll tell you that much. My man tripping. But anyway, man, I definitely think that Shakur definitely gonna get off on Davis, man. I don't think Davis got it like that. I just think Shakur's a smarter fighter. Shakur ain't stupid to try to sit in there and trade. Shakur's just excellent at keeping his distance, man. And for that, he's gonna end up wiping out the whole division. But I honestly feel like Davis is just gonna wait. I feel like Davis is gonna wait for the winner of Loma and Haney, and that's the dude that he's gonna fucking try to capitalize on, and then call it quits. I don't think he really want to fight Shakur. I don't think he feels like he's gonna win anything there, you know. And due to the fact that the four belts are on the line, I think that will be a way for him to go out with a bang if he can potentially beat Haney or Loma, you know. And even in that fight, I think that he beats Haney, but I don't think he could beat Loma just because Loma's boxing skill is something out this fucking world. You know, the angles that he shows up with, he's always come up on top of that. I think the only problem that Loma has is with the bigger, longer fighters, but them smaller fighters he walks through like nothing. I mean, we saw that with Linares, we saw that with Jermaine Ortiz, we saw that, although with what was that Japanese dude, he kind of walked through him, but he was a little, he was long, he was like almost like a Leo. He was long, but he was tiny. If that makes any sense, frame wise. Um, But yeah, man, I don't know. It's gonna be a good one. I hope it happens. Like I've been saying it every time I call it, man. I want all of them to fight each other. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care if they lose to each other or not. I still want those 4 or 5 fighters like the Theo, the Theo, the Shakur, the Davis, the Haney, all them dudes. I want all of them to fight each other, even if they lose to each other. It makes sense. It makes sense for boxing. It doesn't matter if you lose to one each other. But it just everybody wants to see those battles in between them. You know. Um, I'm gonna let it go at that.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We going out to numbers. What up? We got a $3 cash app from Dimitri who says Canelo fight week. Why are we talking about Tank and Shakur?
Mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2.
What's good with you, Ness? Where's Danny at, bro?
He flew to to Toledo for the press conference for Jared Anderson.
Ah, shit. Big flights, Danny. Shit, man. On the topic, I see what Max is going to. I haven't even kept up with Max. Ever since he got booted off of First Take. But I always fuck with Max, man. I miss HBO boxing, to be honest. But with all the other fighters coming out with the rehydration clauses, man, I don't think Shakur's gonna get that fight anytime soon.
Haney interview just dropped about putting pressure on Davis to make that fight. And to be honest, I don't see either of those fighters beating Tank because I don't think they have the power to phase him. I thought Garcia had the power to maybe stop him, but um, credit to Davis, he had the IQ and the boxing know-how on how to neutralize Davis. Earlier you were saying how Haney only had to fight one champion or one person to become undisputed. What do you think of?
I didn't say that. That was a caller.
No, that was a caller. Oh, okay. Well, what if if the undisputed champion, um, if all the belts went to their respective organizations, and then start the process over?
I don't know what you mean by that.
It's so if one champion became undisputed, and then they lose, the next person isn't undisputed. The belts it's almost like it resets.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
wouldn't be
uh,
fair because then it's
that would be
like
fair.
you're taking away the whole phrase, the man that beat the man. That means I don't get to beat the man in the division. I don't get to beat, you know, the champion. I only get to beat the reigning champion, which can only happen after the belts get scattered and recollected. It doesn't make sense. It's like if someone gathered those belts, the person that beats him is the supreme boss because he beat the dude that did all the work. So that guy was good enough to do all the work. It's like Earl. How you gonna say Bud isn't true undisputed because Earl did all the work? No, that's the guy that did all the work. Yet Bud beat him. That that's why you're undisputed. You know what I mean? I don't even know what was that logic. Um, we got a brand new caller in the 805. What's up? Is this Riverside?
Yeah.
What's going on, brother? What's your
Hello?
name?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm from Oxnard.
Oxnard, what's your name?
Tony?
Tony, talk to us.
Yeah, so we're talking about what, Shakur or Tank?
Yep.
I don't think Floyd will let Tank fight Shakur. He's not gonna let him fight him. And about the rehydration clauses, well, I mean, it's just how Floyd used to take calculated risk. I'm sure he's advising him to take calculated risk against these top guys. Because he makes money anyways to fight whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Well, that's all I got, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. We got a counterpunch from Numbers.
Hey, my check 100. 100. Just quick counterpunch. I wasn't really arguing for that match. I was just saying what you think about that because I personally like that all the belts are on one hand. It got my brain working when I heard the caller saying that. Well, how would that work? What does that look like? And I wanted to point out. I wanted to just say this out loud. Where I think it was CYP's autistic ass talking about Davis never being down on the scorecards. I'm pretty sure he was down on the Leah Santa Cruz fight. I think he was down on the scorecards before he knocked him out. I think that's even part of the commentary. But I think the judges, the official judges, had him down before he knocked his ass out. And Canelo fighting John Ryder, bro. I'm borderline hardcore. I phase it and I can't keep up with everything just because of time constraints. But man, ain't nobody give a fuck about John Ryder, bro. I know he's got he's building up his resume, but ain't nobody care about that fight. But
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
that's
still
my
tune in
12
and watch.
o'clock show. I mean, I do 2 shows a day, so I'm just letting people talk shit. I'm obviously going to talk about the king of the sport on my second show.
Yep. Okay, I feel that. But yeah, I think as much as I was out here on Garcia. Davis stopped him, and I had wanted to talk in yesterday, calling yesterday about the switching trainers, but
It's a new day. It's like let's move on to the next topic. But that's all I had to say. I just want to
You
get your
could
two
give your
cents, bro.
opinion on the new trainer, brother. You still got time left.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, like John Zeus. It just seemed like his head is more in the commentating. You feel me? Like he didn't really look all that engaged. Like even the All Access, it was just kind of like he kind of seemed detached. So it makes sense to me, but I think he should just go back to with Eddie Reynoso. He did his best work there, you could say, but that's in my call, man. I'll tune in for 12 o'clock.
All right, brother. Appreciate you calling in. Charles, what up?
Ness,
Yo.
what's going on, brother?
How are you?
Shout out to TVB, man. Shout out to Ness and Danny for putting all this good work in. No, Ness, Max has been around for a long time. I think sometimes Max goes over the top, and I was looking at this, a little crazy at first because I'm like, you know what, Max is biased to ESPN and Top Rank,
Hmm.
but I don't see no lies here. I've come on this show and said it 1,000 times that if I'm Devin, if I'm Shakur, and I'm pretty sure they know this, make other plans because these guys in this camp, they're not interested, and I don't, I'm not in favor of what they do, but I mean, we got to give credit to Floyd. He seduced the game like that, and unfortunately, that's how Tank is gonna move, and I don't see anything outlandish about what Max is saying. I think Shakur has a better chance of facing him versus Devin, but I still don't think the
Why?
fight's gonna happen.
Why does Shakur
Well,
have a better
because
chance?
because Shakur is in that division, and I think once Devin figures out that this guy is not going to fight him, that Devin is going to vacate and move up, and I think Devin deserves to. He hadn't moved up out of all of them. He's never moved up, and so I just think because Shakur is going to be there, and I think if Shakur continues to talk like he's supposed to, and I think if he gets a chance to face Tank's opponents and just make them look bad, I think he has a better chance. But you know, I just think this is how this guy's gonna move. They've been moving like this, and that's just what it is, Ness. We have to accept it. You know, even as hardcores, we have to accept this is what it is. So,
Charles, man, thank you for
uh,
calling in. Ortiz, what it do? Ortiz, one time. Damn, Ortiz. Right when I was going to you. No, what up?
How's it going, Ness?
Straight.
All right, so with the whole ESPN thing, Max Kellerman, man, he's on that side of the street. He's supposed to say that about his fighter. He's supposed to talk shit about other fighters that is not on his side of the street. So that's just a biased claim.
Mm. So that
There
so
is there
there's
is
no
stipulations
truth?
and everything.
There's no truth to what he's saying?
No, that's what I'm getting. Let me explain. That's what I'm getting to. There is stipulations that he has, right, with Barrios and Ryan.
I
But
mean,
with Rolly,
there's claims of Rolly
look, with
too
Rolly,
now.
okay, but come on, man, you gotta understand who the fuck is Rolly.
But
Rolly's a shit talker.
but
Rolly's
ain't
gonna
that
say whatever
even
the hell he has
worse?
to say.
But ain't that even worse that you need a
Rolly,
rehydration for Rolly, who's just a shit talker?
unless Rolly can really come out and Tank Sack can say, yeah, there was rehydration calls of Rolly. Unless that happens, then we don't know.
So you're
At the end
saying
of the day, that
so
can
you're
shit talk him
saying
for a second fight.
Barrios could say he had a rehydration and we believe him, but if Rolly says it, he needs to prove it.
No, because that makes more sense because who Ryan was at 140.
Which one?
Barrios at
They
140.
both moved up. They both moved up.
Exactly. They both moved up and Barrios went to 147 after he fought Tank.
I'm
So
just
he's obviously
saying.
a bigger fighter. He
I'm
was
just
bigger. He's
saying.
bigger than Ryan.
Both guys that Tank fought moved up immediately after. So both guys showed that they were big and ready to move up.
But what I'm saying is they were 140 pounders already. Ryan was already a bigger 135 pounder. You can see it in his physique. He looked big when he fought. Right? He looked big when he fought Tank. He
All
looked big.
right, champ. All right.
So did Barrios.
You got it, bro. Ortiz.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo, about time. Yo, so I kind of agree with Max. Tank needs those advantages. So, and we can criticize Tank all we want. I've been criticizing him. But at the end of the day, I think the person that needs to be blamed on, or not person, but the people that need to be blamed on, is the boxing commission. Like they're supposed to oversee everything and make sure everything's in check. And how could they even do that to a fighter?
Do what
So,
exactly?
I mean, with the rehydration, first, okay, catch weight, then rehydration. So there's two stipulations. And this is like the first time ever there's been a catch weight and a rehydration. I mean, people already die from punches alone. Like, why are you making the sport even more dangerous by, uh, trying to weaken a fighter? Like, people people die not just from punches, but just from cutting weight. Like, I just blame the boxing commission on that one. Like, that's just terrible. It's a shame, but it's how boxing is now. It's not even a sport anymore. It's sad to say. It's not even a sport. It's a business. But that's all I gotta say. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, brother. All right. If you want to call in, you know the number 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We got Boxing Patron, $5 super chat. He says, amazing. When people say Tank don't need those advantages, but Tank himself thinks he does. Believe in Tank more than he believes in himself. And that's true because, when they asked Tank why, he said, well, you see how big he is. We got average boxing fan $2 super chat says, why are people even mad at Core for talking his shit? It sells. That is true, man. That is true. You know, it makes the spicy talk makes the fight more interesting. Let's be real. We got what's your excuse on Twitter Spaces. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Um, I think a Tank and Shakur fight will be more competitive than a Tank and than Tank and Devin fight, just because I don't think Devin has that much pop. Then again, I mean, you got even though Devin was at the right time, at the right place at the right time when he won the titles against Kambosos, I think we'll know what he's made out of if he beats Lomachenko. But I think Lomachenko is going to beat him, and then he's going to retire. The people aren't giving Lomachenko enough credit.
Loma's gonna
You know,
retire?
I think after he beats Haney, he'll retire.
Wow.
That's my opinion. Maybe he's not, but I mean, people don't give the guy enough credit, man. He beat Gary Russell in his third fight. Gary Russell was in the pound for pound list. He beat
What?
Linares. He beat Linares
Bro,
at his
bro,
peak.
bro. Think
You
about
don't
what
think he beat Gary at his peak?
think about what you're saying. You just said
Sure.
Gary was on the pound for pound list.
When he beat him, you don't think he was? Bro, you crazy, man, and you can hang up on me if you don't think that, man. You don't know shit, bro. You can hang up on me, bro. Fuck
Wow.
out of here, man.
Wow, and he got disrespectful. Hey guys, I want y'all to go Google the fact that that was Gary's first title shot. So this guy cursed at me, got upset, thinks he knows more than me, and actually he's just a fucking idiot. This is the second call that I prove you're an idiot. But you keep trying to curse at me and not be my friend so that I can educate you. You're such an asshole dummy. Like Gary first title shot was Loma, but somehow he's on the pound for pound list on this moron's fucking, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have had to disrespect you. I wouldn't have had to say how stupid you are, how not knowledgeable you are, but you disrespected me for no reason just because I asked you. Just because I asked you, like, yo, he was on a pound for pound? Really? And then you call me stupid. All because you want to prop up Lomachenko. Get your stupid ass out of here. You know what? You're going to be on suspension. You ain't getting on the show for 2 extra shows now. Fucking weirdo. Second time you do that, bro. Something wrong with that guy. Second time he comes at me without me saying shit. Second time, something definitely wrong with that weirdo. Dudes don't even know boxing and want to attack me. It's like, bro, his first title shot was against Loma. Someone correct me when I'm wrong, because last I checked, he had to knock out Johnny Gonzalez after Gonzalez took the belt from Abner Mares, which was a WBC. And then he held that WBC forever till he lost it to Mark Maxiago. But I'm some sort of don't know shit, some sort of weirdo. Fucking idiot, bro. New York City, who's this? 917? What's up, brother? What's your name?
That's me. This is just Charles.
Charles, what's up?
Charles, what's going on?
Where you
Hey,
calling
what's
in
going
from?
on, man? Big fan. I'm actually upstate, but I'm from the Bronx, but I'm actually upstate, Hyde Park, New York.
All right. Talk to us, champ.
Hey, man. Big fan, man. You get me through my mornings a lot of times. Hey, listen, I just want to talk a little bit about. I just feel like everybody's kind of diluting a little bit the sport with the contract stuff. I mean, I understand these hydration clauses and things like that, but I mean that's in the business. I mean these guys are grown people with heavy lawyers and like this is in the business. I mean that's the business of boxing. I mean if you're gonna dilute things when it comes to these wins and losses because of weight drains, things like that, then the sport we might not even watch boxing. I mean, because these guys are going to take fights or they're not going to take fights. You know what I'm saying? They get in the ring.
I mean,
them off, man.
you know we didn't have a rehydration clause when Sean Porter and Keith Thurman unified, right?
Right.
Excuse me.
Right.
Excuse me. I think it was Danny and Thurman that unified. I think Porter when Porter fought Keith, he didn't have a belt. He had already lost it to Brook, I think. But when Brook fought Porter too, like, there wasn't none of that. Like, you only see Pacquiao, Canelo, Floyd doing that. And now we got Tank doing that. You know what I mean? So for us to say that it's been here and it's part of it's really not part of the business. It's a selected few that choose to do it. There's a lot of other bold and brave men and women out there that don't put stipulations and just fight and win. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
I mean,
he decided to fight Fury 50, 60 pounds heavier than him. No stipulations.
Yeah, but we know the heavyweight division is a big gap. I mean, my whole thing is this: these guys are weight bullying, and the thing is, if
you're not a weight bully, in my
down,
opinion. You can't be a weight bully if you're making the weight. You can't be a weight bully if you're making the weight, because you're sacrificing. It's you that is eating ice. It's you that is not eating. It's you that's on a lettuce diet. So that's your sacrifice.
But Ness, this is what I'm saying is this: if we go to negotiations and you know this, well, so you just say, well, I got to take the fight because of Tank. I mean, that's the point. Get in the A side. I mean, yes, I will say this: Floyd and that camp, they use whatever they can use. But the thing about it is the boxing business, and I know what you're saying that we didn't have these hydrations, but we can go through a lot of fights and it probably is there. But when it's a big celeb, a big boxer, a big name, and these things are being, it's just becoming sad though. You know, I mean, with the whole it just keeps breaking down the sport. That's just me. You know
I think that guys like you have a better ability of convincing the fighters not to do that bullshit than the fight fans to ignore that they're putting stipulations and act as if it's not there. That's what you're calling in to tell us.
Right. No, no, no. I'm not saying the not look at it, but I'm just saying that it seems like that's just the biggest narrative instead of these good fights that we're getting.
I mean,
I mean,
how
and
is it a
that's the
good
only thing that.
fight? How is it a good fight if you got stipulations? Ain't the good so if a fight with stipulations is a good fight, so then the fight without one is what, a great fight?
No, it's not about the stipulations per se because both fighters agreed to get in the ring. So for me, it's a fight.
My brother, but
You know what I'm saying? At that point, it's done.
the stipulations make it not even.
It's even, man. It's even. They got the guy can make the
It ain't
weight. He can
even
make the
just
weight.
because two people decide we gonna fight under those terms.
So at that point, it's not even when you sign that contract saying, "I know these terms."
Of course
But
not.
I
Think
can
about
do it.
what you're saying. Just because you sign your name, how does that change how your body's gonna feel based off the stipulations, bro? Like, be honest with yourself. Tell me right now, you've ever seen Ryan at a press conference, at a weigh-in, and the night before the fight with that blank stare, that frown. He didn't have a smile.
Well,
he didn't have energy.
well,
The world noticed it.
let's just say this.
Like,
Ness.
let's stop the
Let's just say this,
bullshit.
Ness. Now let's just say this though, Ness. All right, cool. I get what you're saying. He looked a little dry, but so he didn't. The guy, how many? He only had what, one fight at 140. Like this guy's not. This guy's not 30 years old.
brother, you
He's
still
not 30 years
listen
old.
to
He's
me,
25.
listen to me. It don't matter. Like, none of that shit y'all talking about matters no more because the fight happened. You seen his
Right.
body, you seen his face, you heard him in the post fight. But here you are calling in, you still calling in trying to tell us he's young. He shouldn't be saying none of that. He should be able to make the weight. I gotta go, brother. I gotta go.
Yeah, he should be able to make the weight.
All right, man. I gotta go, man. Fucking weirdos, man. People just weird, bro. Why y'all gotta say just anything whatsoever to defend your favorite fighter? Can't we just have a logical conversation? Fucking hell. What up, champ?
Yo. I don't know what people heard, but I like to research. I got an article right here that says, I'm going to give you exactly what it says. Rolly Romero blames loss on dehydration. Rolly blames loss on dehydration, not rehydration. The fight was at 135. The opportunity was at 135. I had to take that shit against Tank at 135. Well, fuck him. I simply couldn't make weight anymore. That's all it was. He also goes in and say, I don't know how the fuck I'd be fighting at 135 anymore to make this weight. They offered me to fight. When they offered it, I could have made it. Offering it to me 5-6 months later, it was a problem, and they knew that shit. This nigga, in his own words, he never says it was a rehydration clause. He just said that he could not make the weight no more. He lost all this weight trying to prepare for the fight. His arm was numb. He was going through things trying to make 135. It says nothing. Man, I'm going to keep looking. It don't say nothing about no rehydration clause. It says I lost the fight due to dehydration. I really hope that motherfuckers ain't going around.
If you want to find it, you might want to look on Fight Hype. I was told that he did it on a Fight Hype interview like this
Okay,
week.
cool. Because I'm damn sure gonna keep looking because this shit right here is a whole article, a whole interview. He didn't say shit about that. He had excuses saying Tank closed his eyes and threw the punch. That's why he won. He has a whole bunch of excuses, but never said it was a rehydration club. Yeah, but that's my point. I'm gonna keep looking because I looked and I'm looking. I've been looking for 20 minutes. I ain't found nothing about him saying that.
It allegedly came out after the Barrio shit, so it ain't gonna be.
Ain't
gonna be before the fight. It's gonna be this week or last week.
Cool. So when he was interviewed before and he gave 1,000 excuses, he forgot that one. He talked about his weight and how hard it was to make the weight, but he forgot that. He forgot that back then.
CYP, think about Barrios, who also forgot to tell us till now.
No, Barrios never said nothing. Barrios never made no excuses. Barrios never had an interview crying like Rolly did. Rolly already gave us his fucking testimony. He gave us testimony years, way long ago. Now it's new testimony. That's my problem. Rolly giving new testimony when he already cried his fucking heart out, crying about everything. But you forgot that big part? Now all of a sudden Barrios said, so now, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. Yo, I was on one too. Man, look, you know what I could do? This is what I could really do. I could just call Wade right now and ask him. See, And that's what I could do right now. I can call him right now and say, was Rolly Romero on a hydration clause versus Tank? He trained him. He would know. I can just ask him. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to y'all with that inside information. I thought about it, but then I said, I don't know if they deserve it because they're always talking shit. So maybe I shouldn't use my inside sources. But I'm going to do that for y'all. Matter of fact, if I get 50 niggas to put a 1 in the chat for CYP, I will call Wade right now and get the inside scoop if this is true about Rolly right now. I need 50 fucking number one. CYP out.
Yeah, I just ask people to use logic. If Barrios didn't say anything until he's finally said something, why does anyone have to say anything? Like, I don't get it. You know, no one knew about Barrios till he said it. So I can believe that no one knew about Rolly until he said it. We got Decatur, Georgia. What up?
TBV, what happening, man?
What up?
Everything cool. Shout out to Danny flying in the sky. You know what I mean? Well, you know, Shakur my second favorite fighter. But unlike a lot of people, I don't just automatically say he gonna whoop everybody's ass. Even though in this particular case he is. This dude, he a different dude. Shout out to Tank. Cause I don't want nobody feeling no type of way. It ain't about disrespecting when it with me. I ain't the other caller. So simple. I still got Shakur being Tank. Because Shakur just that special talent. Not to say that Tank ain't special, he is in his own way. I personally think Shakur will get him when they do fight. You know what I mean? And if Shakur lose, I ain't going to dutch him. I ain't going to throw him in the ditch or nothing. I'm still going to ride with the cat. But the point is, it's the call for the fights that he wants and that we want. Shakur is that type of fighter, Shawty. You should, even if you don't like him, you should like him because of how he is. Now, he already a bad motherfucker, but the way he was talking on that little skit that you played, I like that shit. Because it's all boxing, bro. He ain't taking shit personal. He just saying, bro, think he really like that nigga? I'm finna show you, shout. And that's what this shit is about boxing. The number one motherfucker, the nigga with the belt or the belts. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never going away from that shit. You understand? It's all belts gonna always count. And if it's a motherfucker fight, motherfucker fight. Now, the only way we'll know for sure is when they get in the ring and what? Swing, my nigga. So shout out to everybody who called out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the boxers. I'm out there count. Oh, yeah. Viva Mexico, Canelo. I'm out there count. Y'all stay up, man.
All right. Appreciate you calling in. I see a couple of people call back. Remember, if you do want to get back on the line, you most certainly have to do a Cash App to $ the boxing voice number one or $ that's GTO. Put the letter CP or word counter punch. Same thing. You can do that in a super chat if you're looking to get back for another call. We got a couple of super chats I got to get to. Looks like Jonathan Lambarena with a $5 super chat says, Mother effers acting like Max don't know what he talking about. They rather listen to YouTube fanboys. Everybody knows the rehydration clause was a B move. And I'm assuming he means big, big. I got James Benitez in Alabama says, $2 super chat. Did Tank have a clause on Leo too? Some weak shh. I don't know about Leo. Bones 13, definitely your third one. What it do, champ? Appreciate you for the support. He says Shakur all day versus the face of PBC. Shout out, shout out. Phone lines are open 1-425-569-5241. Press one time. Tommy, Florida, what up?
Hello.
Yo.
I don't see so Ryan Garcia you said looked weight drained.
No,
I just don't
you
think
putting words in my mouth. I never said that.
Oh, I thought you said earlier that you said he looked like he wasn't smiling and that he looked like drained.
I never used the word drain. I definitely said it. He had a frown on his face. He wasn't smiling like he normally was, and he didn't look the same. Am I lying? Did you see him look normal to you?
So I don't think he looked normal. I think he was probably nervous because it was the biggest fight and biggest opponent. But a lot of people are saying, and I thought that's what you were like emphasizing, is that he was looking drained. So my bad for that. I just don't see it as an excuse like a lot of people are using, because I mean, Devin Haney on the Kambosos fight, that man looked like a Halloween prop. So I just don't think it should be used as an excuse that he was, like weight drained or anything, because clearly he was being outboxed.
I mean, the big deal is this, bro, that you guys keep overlooking because you've never been in that situation. So Haney looked bad on the scales, so we should be more concerned for him, is what you said. But Haney had no rehydration. So after he looked horrible, he wasn't restricted from eating the necessary nutrition to replenish his body of what was stripped away. Whereas Ryan had to monitor that for 24 hours, wake up next day, and weigh in again. And then he had 7 hours to be free.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're getting with that. My only thing is they weighed in the same. So like, if Ryan really needed to rehydrate more, you would think, he would weigh in closer or as close as he can to the 146. But I believe they were both at 144 with a couple of decimals off. And I wasn't saying, we should be worried about Devin. I was saying he looked horrible on the scale, but he still performed super dominant. So I don't.
But that's what I'm saying. He performed because he had no restrictions. He didn't have any restrictions when rehydrating.
I can see where you're getting at. I think it was more of the opponent, not that, he got to replenish as much. I think he would still probably be very dominant if he had a 10-pound rehydration on that morning of the fight, not up, walking in the ring. I still think he would have performed as dominantly over Kambosos. But maybe, some people think that would affect it if he couldn't rehydrate. I don't think he would have lost to Kambosos, even if he had a rehydration limit. Do you?
I mean, that's just how dominant you think he is. Plus, you've watched the fight 2 times on 2 separate occasions, so it's impossible for your mind to fathom that. But truth be told, we got plenty of instances in boxing history where the weight, hydration, rehydration, cut affected a fighter. But I do got to get to some other people. Thank you for calling in.
Yep.
It's funny. This turned into hydration. I mean, into Ryan. We're talking about Max Kellerman believing that Tank will use stipulations for Shakur Stevenson. Let's stop talking about Ryan. Like, it's crazy. Like, what do we even like? It don't matter no more. However he felt, however he looked, what he signed, what he did, it don't even matter no more. Like, let's move on from Ryan. I haven't brought up Ryan today. That is you guys. So, I don't get it. We talking Shakur. I've played enough audio of both Max and Shakur. I feel like there's a lot of deflection going on. Like, why y'all bringing up Ryan? Like, we talking about Shakur wanting to fight. Shakur telling Tank, after you finish with Ryan, aka Golden Girl is what he called him, send me a contract. You think you that dude, I'm gonna show you not. That's what we talking about. I don't know where y'all getting this Ryan catchway. Y'all deflecting. Stop deflecting. That shit is over with. Tank already fought him. He already beat him. That shit is over with. Stop making excuses. Stop bringing that shit back up. We going out to the Real Prophet. What up? Yo, the Real Prophet. 1 2 1 2. You gonna have to reconnect, champ. We not hearing you. Big C, what up? Damn, Big C done dipped off. We going out to Discord. I got the great one.
Yo, what's going on, Ness?
What up?
Yeah, so listen, I hear you talking about Max's comments. I 100% agree with Max. Like I know most smart people do, because we know if there's one thing that old Tanker Clause needs is stipulations to feel confident against fighters like Garcia. So imagine what he needs for a fighter like Shakur, especially if I'm hearing now he needed the same stipulations against people like Barrios and Rowley. Um, listen, I've always felt right for Shakur or Devin to get the fight. I feel like they have to act how Shannon Briggs was acting back in the day to get the Vlad fight, where it's on site, they're pulling up on him wherever he is with whoever he is. Um, but I get that they're probably too proud to do that, especially Devin being undisputed and all that. But I'm honestly thinking, man, how long? And let me ask you, how long, right, can he really go on fighting guys that's not named Shakur or Devin before the tankies wake up and see it for what it is? Because it's crazy to me.
I mean, honestly, he's got about 2 fights and that I see before people really complain, and who knows if something else manifests for him. Like, let's be real. Not
Yeah, no,
everyone, not everyone is gonna complain. We as a community aren't going to boycott Tank if he fights Isaac Cruz next. It's gonna sell. And then we as a community also will not boycott Tank and Frank Martin. So then I don't think we as a community would boycott Tank moving back up to 140 to fight Rowley for his new belt. Now that's a bit of a stretch,
especially
but
that Rowley one.
I mean, well, no, I think the Rowley one is the only stretch, honestly.
But
I'm being real.
listen, this. Call me crazy, right? But I think Shakur with a hand tied behind his back, I can spell an upset in that fight.
I mean, I don't know.
Once he starts pump faking that jab, he gets that distance going. I think he's got it.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my call.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. Let me get these lines moving. Who else is next? I'm checking my cash app. Make sure ain't nobody got a super chat. Looks like CYP got a counter punch. What's going on?
Okay. Look, man, I'm gonna need CYP training is my cash app. CYP training. I'm gonna need y'all to drop some money on me, man, because I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm getting tired of going to my inside sources to entertain y'all and make sure y'all walking these streets knowing what the fuck y'all talking about. I just got off the phone with him. There's other breaking news as well. We talk about all kinds of other breaking news as well. I can't give that out right now. I'm supposed to wait 2 weeks. But for this little shit, Rolly did not have a hydration clause. No, he did not have a rehydration clause. He did not have a same day weigh-in either. This is the man who trained him for the fight. This is the man who trains him now. There was no rehydration clause for Rolly. Y'all can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. Don't believe the dude who helps him lose the weight. Don't believe that. Believe articles and Rolly. Listen to me. CYP training for keeping TBV active, for keeping us smart, for being the insider who don't get paid to be an insider. Y'all need to run me that. CYP training. If you ain't a hater and you like the fact that one of the callers, the greatest caller of all time, keeps y'all informed, run me something. CYP training. I'm probably gonna give it back anyway. But just run it to me for appreciation. All right, now let's see if y'all argue that dumb shit. When the fuck you gonna get a trainer to tell you exactly what his fighter has done and doing? You ain't gonna never get that. This is a big ass storyline, and CYP just broke the real life news to you. Show me some love. Hit my cash app and put them ones in the chat for the king. CYP out.
Suleiman, what up?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello? Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, how you doing, man, brother? Thanks for putting me on, man. Um, I don't know, man. I think that's business, man. Javante Davis, that's business, man. If he make a contract and the guy's willing to put his name on the line and he want to make the fight and fight for millions and have a chance to fight the top one of the top drawers in the game right now, um, then so be it, man. But this is nonsense, man. That guy, he just did a magnificent display of boxing and 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 won the fight. And for a top tier fighter, okay, he didn't have a world belt, but the guy was being treated like a world champion, man. People have to understand Ryan Garcia was treated like a world champion, man. So he defeated him. The kid was throwing punches. He just happened to catch him with a body shot and put him down, man. He had his better game. So we should stop complimenting the guy instead of you know saying negative things about him because the guy's a star, and you never know if this guy vacates, he's going to be elevated to super champion after the WBA, so he's going to be a world champion regardless. So we should just compliment the guy and learn from him and see if we could say positive things because we got a lot of young kids watching these fight games, man, and we don't want to hear this negativity. You guys have a great day and thank you very much.
All right, Suleiman, thanks for calling in. We going out to TOD. What up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Look, I want to first off say I watch a lot of fights. I watch a lot of fucking fights. But I got to admit, through listening to the show, I'm a casual fan. And I know that because I don't know anything about, hydrations and rehydrations. So I listen to the chat and I listen to the callers. And, I kind of straddle the fence and I go back and forth. Tank, I'm a big fan of his power. It's exciting to watch as a casual fan. It's exciting. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm in the gym with my son every day for a couple hours while he's training. I'm talking to other people. And it's like I really want to back Tank and be like, that's my guy. He'll knock anybody out. But then when I hear, callers talk about, the rehydrations with all these fighters is, it puts this sour taste where it's like, man, like you don't really have an argument for that, right? So I also listened to another one of your shows where you had Mauricio Sulaiman on, and he talked about how he came out with the day before weigh-in because fighters were having issues with rehydration, and they did this study with the health and everything. So it was kind of understandable. But you also kind of notice with that, without the same day weigh-in, you do see a lot of situations where fighters are way bigger than other fighters the next day. Like some people are coming down a lot. Recently I seen I think it was Joey Spencer. He fought Ramos, and it looked like a junior middleweight versus a light heavyweight to me. So that was like an example I have there. So when I look at the rehydration with Tank, I straddled the fence and I asked myself, is Tank giving people a unfair advantage by making them fight at the weight that they're supposed to be fighting at, or is he giving himself an advantage or making it even? So that's like the question I asked as a casual fan: is he giving people a disadvantage, or is he making it even because some of these fighters are really too big for that weight class? So I just wanted to,
So
get
he
your thoughts
making
on
up
that.
his own rules? Because if
I,
you
I
just
don't know.
said some of these fighters are really too big for that weight class, but they're in that weight
No,
class.
I agree. It is the rules. So I think it would be like consider, changing the rules because the rules are the rules. But then we also seen once Floyd Mayweather became an A size, he would do things like make sure that fighters had the right size gloves on, like making sure they didn't have padding, the gloves had the right padding and things like that. So is it like the rule itself, it has a gray area to me, like everybody, if you make this weight on this day, the next day you can weigh whatever you want. That's the rules. But is it right? That's kind of my question. So yeah, it would be like changing the rules, obviously. But is it a situation where now that he's the A side, he can kind of balance out that gray area? That's what I kind of think.
Yeah, man. I got to get to some other callers, but you guys just make it difficult. You just said it, man. He's too big for the division, but he's in that division, man. So if that's a problem, you're allowing Tank to change that to quote unquote make things even, then you're changing the rules. Then it doesn't matter who makes the weight. It only matters what the A side wants to do. I got Rocky in the 954. What up?
What up, Ness? So on the clip of Max, I don't think he was being biased. I think what he said was pretty accurate. I agree with him 100%. As far as Tank making stipulations with Shakur, the thing is that Tank has no reason not to. I mean, he's still gonna make millions of dollars, and they don't really care about the public outcry. I don't think that's enough. I heard a caller earlier say that the commission needs to get involved, and I completely agree with that. That's the only way to make it fair. As far as this, the thing is that it's a complicated issue. I'm not saying I have the answers, but I do think that the commission should get together and step in on negotiations and not let those things happen. I mean, the catch weight and the rehydration, that's a little much. And the thing is that somebody's gonna get hurt, and then they're gonna step in. Trust me, that's what's gonna happen one time. Somebody's gonna be dehydrated, get knocked out, get seriously hurt, and then they're gonna look into it. That's usually what happens. Somebody has to get hurt before they change it. But to me, the commission needs to step in and do something. There's an MMA league that does a hydration test, so you can't go into a fight being dehydrated. I don't know if that's the solution or just throw them away altogether. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it, and I'll be interested in knowing what you think about that, Ness.
Yeah, I mean, you asking for more money. Whoever is doing the hydration test, they need to be paid now. The promoter needs to cover that, which they're not gonna want to. If they do, they probably gonna try to take it out the back end of the check, from the fighter. Is the fighter gonna be okay with that? Or are they gonna be like, nah, I'm only getting paid X amount of dollars. I don't need that right now. That's the issue with drug testing. It's like VADA isn't getting done on the whole sport because of money. It costs money for them tests. We got Tucson, Arizona. Keenan, what up?
What's happening, man?
How are you?
Yeah, man. It's crazy with these tankaholics. It's crazy, man. They want to now all of a sudden the rules need to be changed. Before it was no problem, Before it was no problem, and the same people that saying it's okay for Tank, they was talking shit when they thought Canelo, but all of a sudden it's Tank. Oh no, the rules need to be changed. They need to do this and that. And if we keep it 100, he's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. Now, is Gervonta Davis a hell of a fighter? Yeah, he a hell of a fighter. But the team that he with, he's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. They're not gonna put him in no type of 50-50 fights to where they look at it and see him having a chance to lose. Yeah, he can win the fight, but it's a bigger chance for him to lose also than any of these other fighters that he's fighting. And they know that. That's why you got his fans calling in saying shit like, oh, well, Shakur Stevenson, he needs to fight somebody. He needs to do this and that. They ain't say that about Ryan Garcia. They didn't say that about Isaac Cruz. They didn't say that about Rolly. But all of a sudden, it's somebody that's on that level with Tank, and he needs to fight somebody. He needs to do this, and that. And it's crazy, man. These tankaholics, they different. I don't think that these men take up for their own children like they do Tank. I really don't. I never heard grown men act like these men do over another man. Like, that's weird to me.
I thought I was the only one.
And like it's weird. It's just weird, man. And I don't know what it is about Tank, why they love him so much, but yeah, he not fighting Shakur.
It's the excitement, man. You can't deny that. He brings excitement to the division, to the sport. He packs the house. He brings out the stars, brings out the ladies, brings out the dudes. People look fly. It's a movie. It's a night out. It's an event. And that's why he's being protected, because people want to have a good time. You know what I mean? They want to, enjoy themselves. We got Keith, what's good?
Weirdness, you hear me?
I do.
What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Can't complain.
My man, to be honest, I don't really know why we as fans and callers are still calling in trying to talk about, the rehydration. Like you said before, it happened, bro. It's done. Tank was victorious. He was gonna be victorious either way. So I don't really get it. But back to the main point of what you was talking about the Shakur interview. To be honest, man, like I didn't over this last 2, 3 months became a fan of Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Just studying him and seeing his fight style and how he fight for one, and then for two, just his mentality. Like he really is probably the only one, maybe outside of Dev, that's just on something like I don't give a fuck. We can fight wherever, I'll fight whoever. You know what I'm saying? However, so I'm a fan of Shakur. I get what Max was. I don't get what Max was saying. Like it was just a little backhanded sarcasm, trying to be funny and shit. But again, everybody making a big deal about this rehydration shit, and it's really just smoke and mirrors to me.
So you
So
don't think
I get
Tank
it.
will put any stipulations on Shakur? Because that's what Max is insinuating.
I don't think that he will, and this is where I learned from you and Dan, just being a fan of the sport and not a fan of the man. If Tank, I know, what I'm saying, I didn't call it in, kind of defending the man a lot over this fight, but if Tank do put stipulations against Shakur and against Dev, like that's kind of where the rubber meet the road for me. I don't really understand. You kind of threw me off with the whole Rolly rehydration. I didn't know that, but shout out to CYP for coming through with the facts. But if he do that to somebody that's fighting at 135, that it's a 135 pounder, then yeah, I have a problem with that 100%.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
Shout out.
Definitely appreciate that. I see a bunch of y'all like trying to get a second call. You know that has to be with a counterpunch. So yeah, man. I see Lemmy. I see my man Charles. Gotta send a counterpunch if you want a second call. Majid was good.
Ness, what's up? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Shit, man. Hey, the way I'm looking at it is, way boxing been going these past couple years, I don't expect them to do that. Even though I'm a believer if belts don't matter, then that means Shakur open for the taking right now. Especially if he beatable. That's a hell of a motherfucking fight on the profile and everything. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't gonna happen, I guess we'll just wait. But the longer they wait, the more acclimated to 135, and we boxing heads off and shit. So it is what it is. We'll be there whenever the fuck ain't ready to do it. That's all I got.
All right, all right. Appreciate you calling in. Let's see what we got. Who else on the line? If you haven't already smashed that thumbs up, go ahead and do so. Looks like we got Mad Bent, $2 super chat says Tank sleeping Shakur with one arm. Tank Quill. We got Jonathan Lambarena that says we we just gonna believe CYP by word of mouth. Laughing out loud, laughing out loud. By the way, Larry Wade trains all the fighters that have lost in the last 3 years. Laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Verified by Zesty CYP. We got Mad Bent back with another one, $5. He said Ryan was throwing punches. Roly, Mario, all threw punches and got slept. Tankwell haters bound, hating to see brother win. Hating to see a brother win. Oh man, y'all funny, funny, funny. Let's see what else is next. Who else we got? Ronnie in Phoenix. What up?
Warren Wolf, good afternoon, Nev. How you doing today, man?
All good.
I like Max Kellerman. I've been fucking with Max Kellerman since he was the analyst on ESPN Friday Night Fights, bro. Him and Teddy going back and forth and shit. But I think he was just fucking. I think he was being sarcastic. I don't think he was. I mean, he's insinuating it, so he's throwing it out there. But I think he's just being sarcastic about the statements he makes. He was just fucking around. Um, I've called in plenty of times. I said I think Shakur beats everybody. I'm saying I was going for Ryan. I was wrong about it. I fucking I called in. I accepted what it was. Um, I don't think the rehydration clause had a big play on that. I think Ryan just went in with a bad game plan. Didn't have the right training. Really, I'm saying he went in with a bad game plan, swung wild, and got caught. Um, I did like that Ryan got caught though in the second round because everyone swore to God that if Tank hit him like that, he was sleeping, he wasn't waking up. And I'm not talking about your show. I'm talking about my homies. And I be arguing with the shit. They're like, man, when Tank catches him with that fucking left, like Luke Campbell did, he's going down. He ain't getting back up. But that's besides the point. We're talking about Shakur and Tank and Max Kellerman right now. So yeah, I don't think Tank's really gonna put those stipulations on him, bro. I'm just being honest. I like all these fighters, bro. I'm not a fan of each and every like of one in particular. I think Shakur has the skills though. I think he's special, bro. I think he has the skills to beat all these dudes. Him and Devin Haney gotta be the head runners when it comes to the boxing aspect of this shit. And I told you before, I think a pure boxer is always gonna beat a boxer puncher. Mayweather did it for how many years? You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward. I told you I watched Andre Ward fight in the Olympics, man. I watched him win his gold medal. I had that shit recorded on VHS. I would have my ex-wife record fucking 4 hours of boxing every day just so I could fucking come home and catch the fights I needed to see. But he's like an Andre Ward, bro, and like he's a mix between Andre Ward and Mayweather. But I seen Andre Ward. I don't know if you guys remember his early fights. He fought on FX and or Fox Network, whatever, and he got rocked, bro. And like his fifth fight, almost got knocked out. His fucking legs went weak, and I ended, I was gone, like I said, on vacation for 9 years, bro. So I missed a lot of his career. But all right, that's it, man. You have a good one. You guys make sure you hit that like, subscribe, man. Thank you, Ness.
Ronnie, thanks for calling in, champ. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Looks like we got ourselves a new caller in San Antonio. Who is this?
Oh, this Jay from San Antonio. I watch your show all the time, man.
Appreciate you,
I
Jay.
just felt like I should call in because doesn't Max work for ESPN?
Yes.
Isn't Top Rank with ESPN?
Yes.
So if Max was with Showtime or something, would he basically be saying the reverse?
So you don't agree or believe that Tank will put a stipulation on Shakur?
No, I don't think it'll be a stipulation. But another thing about the stipulation with the what is it called, the rehydration clause, right? Then everybody need to stop fighting for the IBF belt. If we're gonna whine about that, don't sign the contract. Don't fight for the IBF belt.
But Tank doesn't have the IBF.
I agree with that. I couldn't hear you.
No, I'm just saying he don't got the IBF, so that rule shouldn't be there.
But he the A side. De La Hoya.
So you get to break the rules?
Breaking the rules. I get to make the rules if I'm number one.
So then you don't want to fight the best?
So
you don't want to fight the best? So you don't want to fight the best?
Yeah, fight the best. But if you the A side, you get to make the rules, right?
So if you
the
A side and you weakening your opponent, are you fighting the best?
But then we need to go back and say this about all the fighters.
What fighters?
Not just Tank. Caleb Plant. Then he's like, oh, I need a smaller ring, a bigger ring.
That's not weakening your opponent.
It's making it harder for your opponent if you got a bigger ring.
But physically, you have nutrition and were allowed to rehydrate. You aren't hungry or weak.
I agree with you on that. But the second point is they don't sign the contract.
How about I just want to see the best versus the best, so maybe the A side shouldn't be a bitch.
Okay, I agree with you that. I agree with you with that, Ness. I agree with you on that.
I gotta go, man. I don't know why y'all
But
make
I just
boxing
feel
so
like
hard, man. Why we make boxing so hard? Like why? Why it gotta be so hard? I don't get it, man. It's just like can't the best just fight the best? What the fuck, man? All these other excuses y'all making up. It's just like, why? Why? Why can't we just get the best fighting the best with no stipulations? No bullshit. No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Why? Oh, he the A side. New caller in Cincinnati. What's up?
I'm in.
Yes, what's your name, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? My name Yamin, man. I'm from Cincinnati, man. I'm with Ohio Run Boxing. So I represent
Yamir?
Ohio Run Boxing. Yamin?
Oh, Yamin.
Yeah, Yamin, yeah. What's going on, man? Everybody
Chilling.
like, share, and subscribe, man. It's one of the top podcasters out there. But I don't think that commenting about Max, I don't think that Tank would put a stipulation because when Tank only put the stipulations when he moved up. You know what I'm saying? So that I think that's why I think that's the reason why he wouldn't necessarily put a stipulation on Shakur. Now Dev might be a different story since Dev is a bigger guy and stuff like that. But since Tank moved up to 140, and when Ryan wanted to fight him at a higher weight, those were the two fights that he put the stipulations on. So that's my take.
Which two fights?
The Barrios and the Ryan Garcia fight. Ryan wanted to fight at 138, and that's where the negotiation started, and then that's where the weight stipulation came in from that negotiation, I believe.
So just to answer the question, you're saying you don't believe Tank will put any stipulations whatsoever on Shakur?
Oh, any stipulation. Yeah, he might put some kind of stipulation. I don't know about a weight stipulation. Because
No,
Shakur
see,
has
I
moved
don't
up
know.
from
I don't
130.
know. I don't know why people keep saying wait. Like that's just people's like, obsession with Ryan. We
Mm.
only talk about Max. Max literally said, and I understand it's sarcasm, but he never said wait. He said Tank will only fight him if he had in the contract that he could only use one arm. So like people talking weight because they just want to deflect. They trying to deflect. They don't want to talk about Shakur versus Tank.
Yeah, and I said that too. They don't want to talk about Shakur versus Tank. They don't. They okay, yeah. And I don't like Ryan. I mean, I'm gonna say I don't like Ryan. I think Ryan's a pretty good fighter, but I didn't think that he deserved to fight with Tank because who Dev is, what Dev has done in the 135-pound division. I think Dev is the king in the 135-pound division. I think all roads should lead to Dev.
They should in the perfect world because he got the belts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Big up to the Nets, man.
appreciate you, man. Cincinnati, stand up. Definitely appreciate you calling in. We got Kevin, Connecticut.
What's going on, man? So I think it's crazy how people keep talking about the whole weight. Oh,
You
shit.
are on a Bluetooth. It doesn't sound well. All right. And he dropped off. We got Shadow Band.
Yo, can you hear me, Nash?
I hear you.
Yo, what's up, bro? This is probably gonna be like the last call I make in a minute, so I just want to say, good show, excellent show as always, bro. Shakur Stevenson, you guys know why he makes the finger over his hand, the hand over his mouth, the signal. It has to do with the one ice pictures as well as all the celebrities you guys see. That has to do with the real lizard symbol. You seen the Eye of Horus, and there's a squiggly line going in the eye.
So this
That
is all you
represents the
call about?
proboscis. Huh?
This is all you call about? Like who's part of Illuminati and
No,
not?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not saying you or Shakur Stevenson or anybody. I'm saying everybody takes orders, you know.
I I don't care. I'm just asking you a question. Is this all you call about?
Well, it has to do with Shakur Stevenson.
I get you, but what I'm asking is all that you want to talk about is Illuminati and hand signals? You don't like boxing?
Yeah, I love boxing. Boxing is my favorite sport. It's just
So
it is
when
what
are
it
you
is.
going
Like
to talk
it's a
about the sport and not about Jay-Z and signs
Jay
and dollar
Z.
bills and you know
I didn't
stuff?
mention Jay Z.
You mentioned conspiracy theory stuff, brother. I'm just asking, are all your calls about X-Files or do you ever call in to talk about boxing?
It has to do with the quill
Yeah,
going in
but do you
somebody's
talk
eyes.
boxing?
The
Do you
one eye in the dollar bill too.
so you
The
don't
real
talk
litter
boxing?
symbol. So yeah, that's why they're not gonna let me through. Peace though, peace.
Wow, bro. Th- We got some weird people in this life. I tell you. That was like his second call, and it's always the same. It's always the same. You know, he's talking about lizard symbols, and you know, I don't know, man. Some of you guys need to think about your parents, man. You know, stop embarrassing them. Renee, what's up?
Hello,
Yes.
what's up, Ness? Yeah, I was gonna talk about Tank fighting Stevenson. Um, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, Ryan had never even beat a current world champion, and wasn't really never been a world champion, and he put all those crazy stipulations on Ryan, who's not even proven like that. So I don't think he would fight Stevenson. And not only that, but Devin Haney has every single belt in the division, and he won't even fight him for all the belts. So to fight Stevenson for no belts, I don't see his team making that happen. And it's unfortunate because it would be a great fight. I think Stevenson and Tank are probably two of the best guys in the division, but I just don't think Tank's team will let him fight him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what Max believes. The Tank's team won't let him fight him. So who's fighting? Who's Tank
Yeah,
fighting next in your eyes?
I think he's probably gonna rematch probably Pitbull Cruz. That's what I would guess.
Yeah, seems like the most popular
Yeah,
choice for most people.
yeah, but yeah, that's my call. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, brother. Two Tone, the superstar.
Yo, man. Let's go through history, man. Gervonta Tank Davis has a history of bringing up and weight draining fighters. Brought up Leo Santa Cruz. Facts. Brought up Hector
Can I
Garcia.
can I ask you
Facts.
what you mean
Yes.
by brought up? Because you know that Leo had a fight there.
Leo was a 126 pounder, right?
Yeah, but before Tank fought him, you know that he had fought for the vacant belt and won it.
But he still brought him up though, right? Does it
How?
still that don't count?
How?
That
How?
don't count.
I'm just saying, like logically, how did I bring you up if you moved up, won a title, then I fought you?
Well, regardless, he fought a 126 pounder. That shit's voided, respectfully. Hector Garcia was brought up. Eastside Pitbull Cruz was somewhere in Rocky Point enjoying the finest waters of life before he got a fight to fight Gervonta on I don't know how many day notice before Rolly allegedly was in some dangerous yam situation. Definitely put a rehydration clause on Mario Barrios, and he did that to Ryan Garcia, who tank sexuals and tankomaniacs said that Ryan was a C plus fighter. That's what they said all the way up into the build up. So you mean to tell me that Gervonta weight drain Davis will put a rehydration plus catch weight on somebody they deem as a C plus fighter? That he won't do that to Dev Dollars Haney? That he won't do that to Shakur Stevenson? Y'all is smoking the finest of Reggie that Deontay Wilder was caught today at when he got arrested in Los Angeles. And I say that respectfully. So the onus is going to be on Shakur and Devin to dare to be great in the new musty generation. They're going to have to accept the clauses if they want to dare to be great and fight the new face of boxing. Ness, have you ever seen the movie Gladiator?
Of course.
Do you remember when was it the last battle where the king or somebody stabbed
Stabbed him.
homeboy
I say that all the
then he
time. That's exactly what
then he
Tank
said,
doing. He's stabbing him. Then he talking
yeah,
about, look, I'm about to
and
fight him in a fair fight.
yeah, he stabbed him and he just send him out there. That's what Gervonta Tank Davis is doing. Floyd Money Mayweather said they have a plan. Floyd is Floyd is one of the greatest defensive boxers in and outside of the ring. He knows. He knows that Tank will have a hard time beating Shakur or Devin. Hard time. Musty energy. Salute the boxer voice, man. Tankomaniacs, get out your feelings. I was just at the EBT office and y'all niggas was musty. I'm out.
All right. Looks like we got some more callers here. And I think we got Ed. We went to you, champ. I mean, you're gonna have to send that counter punch if you're trying to get back out here, you know what I mean? Who else on the line here? We going out to in the 414. Who's in the 414? What's that? That's Milwaukee. Okay. What up, OC?
Yeah. What's up? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, check this out. Last caller, man, you're trip. I understand which I get you, Ness, with the Tank fan shit. I respect it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll with that. I'm a Tank fan. But check this out, man. This dude talking about Tank bringing up this person or bringing down that person. Man, listen. A motherfucker chose to come up or a motherfucker chose to come down. Did they forget that Leo Santa Cruz asked for Tank? Did they forget that Tank started out at 126? So, man, listen, if you agree to the fucking weight, you agree to the fucking weight. One thing I don't agree to, though, is that rehydration clause shit. I mean, listen, if I weigh in on the scale at the limit that I'm supposed to weigh in, give a fuck what I weigh in the next day. It's on and popping. You know the same skill I know. You know, you got the same mindset I know. It's a chess game, man. Best man gonna win, right? Right or wrong. So it is what it is. But also, remember Tank said in the interview when he got from under Mayweather, he said, shit, he fighting all them boys. He coming for them all. He coming for all them boys. However he come for them, he gonna come for them. But he coming for them all. I think he gonna fight Cruz. But after the 20th, I think he's finna shoot his shot at Devin Haney if Devin Haney wins and he don't move up. I think he gonna shoot his shot at him. That's it, bro. I'll holler at you.
But you ain't answer the question. Do you think Tank will put any contract stipulations on Shakur Stevenson? Oh, he dipped off, huh? They don't want to answer that. Let me let y'all know what contract stipulations are. Uh, and these are minor. This one is minor, like who walk out first, but that's a stipulation or a term, right? Then obviously, you can ask for a small ring. Tank already said, not Tank, Isaac Cruz already said Shakur is gonna run, right? So if they ever fight, he might want a smaller ring. Um, remember that Keller Plant asked for a bigger ring. So yeah, there's different stipulations. King George, I did go to you, right? I'm almost feeling bad here.
Yeah, you went to me already, Nas. You went to me.
You the champ. Loco, what up?
What's up, Next? How you doing, man? You hear me good?
Yes, sir.
What's up? I just wanted to call in. Um, like one of the other callers said before, I mean, I just want to get this out. It's definitely a lot of casuals calling in, trying to protect. Yeah, I do understand that, fighters accept certain stipulations and conditions to get the fight that they want. But at the same time, it's the integrity of the fighter that is the man. That's what we all talking about. That's what a lot of people are upset about with Tank. Ness said it the best way is he didn't have the same energy with every other fighter. He was consistent, and then he didn't show that consistency anymore. And for certain fighters, he acted a certain type of way, and that's all that it is. If Tank fought the guys that he fought on an even playing field, words of Floyd Money Mayweather, fight on an even playing field. He's not doing that right now. That's paramount. Like there ain't nothing else to talk about. That's undisputed. There ain't no other way to dispute that. You don't. You fight the best guys in their best condition. It's that simple. But shout out to you, Ned. Shout out to Boxing Voice. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that retweet and that like. Hey, y'all keep supporting the channel. Much love to you, Ned. You have a good one, man.
Appreciate you. Ed, counterpunch. You, Ed, 570.
Where the ball at?
Oh shit. Nah, this Philly, y'all. Didn't I go to you already?
No, sir.
Oh, all right, go for it.
I was patiently waiting for a track to explode on over here. You know what I mean?
My bad.
Look, it's all good, and that's just all love. I see you doing your job, man. You always on the grind. The taking maniacs gotta take it a little easy on you, though. I can hear you. I can hear you getting revved up over there. But this is what I noticed. Well, I'm gonna address the first thing fast. All right. Will he put a stipulation on Stevenson? Possibly so. It depends. Now, I don't know if it will be a weight, but as everybody was saying from the Take a Maniac Club, if he is he's the A side, so I guess he could pick his shoes. He'd be like, nah, I want him to wear felines and I want him to wear Viper gloves, and he only gotta have a fade, and then I'll fight him. That's cool with everybody. You know what I mean? That sounds crazy to me.
Word.
He'll probably put a stipulation. We don't know what it's going to be. And as for this, when he will fight him, we don't know because he's American, right? But he's Puerto Rican too. But his last name is important because the last 11 fighters that Tank fought, they all bring a Latin base fan base. I've seen people from Nicaragua, Argentina, Panama, you got Mexico. So you do the math, and you tell me. I know he ain't gonna fight Devin, cause Devin is from America. He might fight Shakur. That's if the Puerto Ricans back him enough and he can make enough money off of it. But seems like it's a pattern to me. Peace and love, my brother.
Appreciate you. Ed, counterpunch. What it do?
Yo, Ness, let me ask you a question. What you consider a weight bully?
I don't even know what that is because if you make the weight, you make the weight. Can't be no
You make the
bully.
weight, right?
Can't be no bully if I
Right.
made the weight.
Right. My point is this, though. My point is this. A lot of dudes are y'all talking about the weights, right? If you look at Romero, he's fighting at 140, one fight after Tank. So he moved up in weight. So clearly he wasn't comfortable at that weight. He just fought at 135 to fight the biggest fighter in boxing.
You know you're not making a good case for yourself.
Why not?
Because Ryan moved up and fought at 140 twice. So you
And you
tell it.
saying he moved?
So you telling the world that Tank did it to Romero or to Barrios because look how big they were. They moved up right after Tank fought him. Well, Ryan moved up before Tank fought him, and Ryan's moving back up after Tank fought him.
But look at Ryan though. Ryan perspective was like, yo, I was too light. I'm going to where I'm comfortable at 140. My thing is this,
and that's my point. So you answering the question. He making dudes not 100%.
That's my point is this, Ness. He's making dudes fight him at the 135 because if you moving up in weight your next fight, that means you're more comfortable like Devin Haney. Who knows how long he's gonna fight at 135? Why? Because he's not comfortable at 135 no more. He wanna fight. He's more comfortable at 140. We all know that.
Yo,
So my point is,
how
if
about
your
this
next fight is
mystery?
at 140,
How about this mystery? Have you ever thought to yourself? Have you ever thought to yourself, why is only
okay,
135-pounder that keeps fighting dudes that they next fight they moving up? That there's reports that they can't make weight, that there's quotes that they ready to go to the next division. Pedraza, Barrios, Rowley, Ryan. Can you name another fighter that fought that many dudes who the dudes was already saying they need to move up? They ready to go? They too they can't make weight. Like, come on, bruh. This shit ain't strategic. Like, y'all can't
okay,
be this blind.
okay. I mean,
Y'all
hey,
can't
nah,
be
I
this
mean that's
blind.
valid.
Like, how are y'all this
That's valid.
blind?
That's
Like,
valid.
how are y'all this blind? Like, how am I not going for the wounded animals? Like, oh yeah, that dude's struggling. Let's fucking get him. What? Like, y'all don't
Okay.
see that? I'm making it up. This is a narrative. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's crazy. It's like I watch my own sport and y'all don't. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? How? How
Nah,
is it? How is it that he
I mean,
fought
hey,
Pedraza and
that's valid.
Pedraza was saying he can't make the weight, and the next fight he had to move up, and then Ryan, the next fight he had to move up, and Rowley he had to move up, and Barrios he had to move up. I mean, come on, man. Like, this is weird. This is just weird to me. But Emperor Cigar Smoke, what up?
Yo, yo, yo.
What up? What up?
Yo, Nash, what's good from the BX, baby? Yeah, I'm gonna just start off by answering that question that everybody seemed to be ducking and dodging. Yes, Tank will put clause and stipulations in the contract off the rip. First of all, Shakur and Devin are very, very masterful boxers. And by any means necessary, Tank is going to put it in the contract to make sure he can drain these guys or keep these guys from moving around. Let me just say this. A lot of dudes is going around a circle with the fact that when an A-side boxer is asking a B-side boxer to drain his body from all the nutrition and vitamins and then trying to bring him back up by, rehydrating the next day, you don't feel the same. There's a reason why they say don't play boxing. Also, there's a reason why you shouldn't play with these boxers' life when they're just trying to make a paycheck to feed their families. And so when Tank is sitting up here draining these guys, knocking them out, trying to look like he's the biggest of the all-time greats and shit, that's cool. I understand, get your money, but these guys putting their life on the line for our entertainment. That's what people's calling up here don't seem to understand. These guys got to make it home to feed their children. So when Tank is playing with these boxers' lives, taking them up, then bringing them back down, and all this crap, man, that's a sucker move, bro. Straight up and down. I don't care how the Tank fans feel about it. It's a sucker move. You're draining him. You're beating the boxer up before he can even get in the damn ring and throw one punch. Okay, so of course he gonna be ecstatic and excited about his power because you're making these guys hollow. They're hollow before they even touch the ring. Look what Ryan said. He said his legs felt weak while he was walking the ring entrance. I mean, come on, man. These dudes is blind. Tank is draining these fighters and watching these guys. They basically skeletons with flesh and bones, like frail. You feel me? So it's like you beating up a frail boxer. Of course, you're gonna feel like you knocking out everybody. You feel me? But if this guy was fighting people at their weight class, that's what it is. But that's my call. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the passion, man. Phone lines is lit. We going to Wise Guys. Gotta unmute. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. If you're enjoying the callers calling in around the world, you know the number to call, 14255695241. Why young guys or wise guys, what's up? You there? Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. All right. We going out to Alex. What up? Alex. Hardcore dub, or Alex. What up? Who's there? Who's this? Who's this? You. Okay.
Hello?
I hear you.
Yeah, man, Discord doing Discord things. Good afternoon. Man, I can't believe this is a topic, and I can't believe how emotional people get. Like, obviously, Max is just playing around or whatnot, but right, it seems to be a little bit of a narrative being created by Tank himself and his team. These stipulations, these weight clauses. When is it going to end? It's like kind of what you're saying, man. We want to see the best versus the best. If you find yourself saying, "Well, Tank's the ASAP," bro, like shut. You're a man fan, and you don't really care about boxing. You just care about the fighter that you support. And you know what? That's cool, but just admit it. Don't come on here. Don't be talking to others. Don't be arguing with others without making it clear. Let them know I love Tank. Say you love another man, you want to put your emotions into supporting another man that most likely you never met, that you never will meet, and that's cool. It's like being a fan of a sports team. We get emotional about it, but most people would say, "Well, hey, I'm a Knicks fan. Look at my name, right? I'm here just shit talking with some people on Discord, so I put my name as that, and I will let everyone know I'm a Knicks fan. But just say it. Um, Listen, it's a great fight if they can get these two in there. It just seems Tank, he's gonna pick and choose who he feels like when he feels like because he's got the business behind him. I think the best way for Shakur to get this fight, if not pick, he's hopefully you get it with Haney, the winner of that. I think there's no way, no ducking, no dodging. To for Tank to not want to fight him. It'll be for all the belts. It'll be both of their best opponents, and there's not going to be anyone else in that stratosphere that you can't say, oh, I want to see him fight Isaac Cruz. I want to see him go up and weight. Nah. If Haney gets past Loma, he fights Shakur next. All roads lead to Tank. That's my call.
Appreciate you. C Dub. Hardcore dub now.
Yo, yo.
What
How the
up?
audience?
Straight.
Straight. That's what's up, man. Shout out TVV.
Shout
Smash
out.
that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. Shit, yeah, man. Just find it, I want to say I just got acclimated, man. We want to see the best fight the best. But when Canelo fought Kovalev, I wanted to see the best fight the best then too.
So you didn't?
I mean, not with the claw shit like you saying. I guess we didn't.
How was that not the best fight in the best?
It seems. I mean, I'm just listening to the show. It seems like when a fighter put a person or at a disadvantage before they even get in the ring, then we're not seeing the best of that fighter.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
boxing been like this, like so.
Absolutely.
We just So we knew Kovalev was coming a early return from just getting almost stopped by Yard. He was at a disadvantage, but this is what boxing does. This is a part of boxing, man. Triple G voice. You got the sound bite. This is boxing, But I wanna talk about the people that's okay. Some people are man fans, If you're a fanatic, if you're a fan of somebody, you're a man fan. I mean, you're just a man fan. You're a fan, right? Wilder is my favorite. Statue shit. Hey, but the people that Shakur fans, right? They'll say Shakur is gonna outbox Tank and box his ears off, but they don't say how. Then you ask them what he gonna do when he get hit. They say he not gonna get hit. So who in fantasy land? The people that say Shakur is gonna outbox him and not get hit, or the ones that say like he not gonna get hit at all in a 12-round fight. Like I thought people would say, I know Shakur gonna box his ears off, but I gotta see how he gonna take that punch. I gotta see when Tank catch him flush, what he gonna do. Cause the power could change your life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean I love the fight. I got it 50-50. I got it 50. I still got Tank. You know what I'm saying? And my guy said the box always beat the puncher. That is true in most cases, but watch the fight game. You see hardcore dub. I'm a hardcore fight fan. You do have your anomalies. You do have that's not always true. Everybody not Mayweather.
Yeah,
Everybody not Andre Ward.
Rashidi lost because of the cards, though.
Yeah, David Benavidez beat Plant. David not a pure boxer. Who was the pure boxer in that? It was Plant, but he lost to the person that's coming forward because you
Was
got to
it
have
Plant?
something. You got to have something to stop a person from coming to get.
That is the bell, but you're right. Plant was the boxer. He should have won if that theory is true. We got a new caller in VA. Who's this?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, brother. What is your name?
My name is C. Bailey.
C. Bailey,
I
talk to
got a
us.
call. What's up, man? I got a call, Cat, man. I watch your show. You do your thing. I watch all you guys, but with you, I don't believe the weight draining thing is really happening. I think he probably weight draining them, but look at all of the advantages that they have. Look at Devin Haney. Look at Shakur Stevenson. They all weight bullies. At the end of the day, if you got 5 and 6 on the kid,
can you explain to us what's a weight bully for those that don't know?
In my mind, what a weight bully is if you are in a weight class that you shouldn't be in. You taller, you bigger, you naturally shouldn't be in that weight.
So
once you get to that weight class,
how do we
hold on,
determine?
One second, bro. All right, go ahead.
How do we determine if you don't belong in the weight class? Isn't that when you can no longer make the weight?
The weight, to me, you determine many different factors, but it could determine if when the night of the fight, when you step in the ring, if you're 30 pounds over the person that's in the ring with you, you bullying. You ain't supposed to be in the ring with 30 pounds over in the whether you unless you want to step on the scale.
Let me get this straight.
The night of the fight,
we both fight in the same division. We both made the same weight, but I'm a bully because the next day I weigh more.
What you're not taking into consideration is that that they getting on the scales the day before. The day of the fight is a whole nother fight. I could say, yo, we gonna get it on today.
But that's what I'm saying. But don't you and I both gotta make the same sacrifice?
The same way when he's saying the weight draining and all that shit, he got to do the same thing. They got to do the same thing.
I don't think you're hearing me. I don't think you're hearing me, right? You're trying to create this narrative about weight bullies, but I'm asking you questions you're avoiding. How is a person a weight bully if they're making the weight? And then you said, what exactly?
I'm telling you this. You saying they're making the weight. Correct. You made the weight, but when was the weight in place? The day before.
Yes.
So if you're going
just like the fighter I'm fighting, though.
Okay, cool.
But the fighter I'm fighting has to weigh in the day before as well.
Exactly. But if we change it to where we're going to fight, because if you the way you guys are saying it is to me is this. Hey, listen. He's not a weight bully because he got to make the same sacrifice. Well, that's the day before. The day we're actually fighting, you're coming in 30 pounds heavier. So who's bullying? So who's over here cheating? You're cheating. You're coming in 20, 30 pounds heavier.
But I made the weight, so technically I'm not cheating. Technically, I'm not cheating because I made the weight. So you're just calling it that to paint a narrative. I can't cheat if I made the weight.
No. I'm not. What I'm saying, I'm not making a narrative. I'm just making a point.
I mean, you're calling it cheating.
Hey, listen. If you're going to, that logic can only make sense if you go off the fact that then we the day before it actually works. If you go off and say, all right, if we wait.
Well, sir, the rules have been changed for quite some time, if you didn't know, from same day to day before for medical reasons. So maybe you didn't think or fathom that the same people you saying are weight bullies because they are making the weight and ballooning 30 pounds, maybe they're still going to fight in those same divisions. Maybe they're still going to be 30 pounds heavier, except they're going to be, with less fluid in their body. So they get knocked out more and more deaths happen. Those are the facts. Those are the tests that the WBC have conducted throughout the years, and that's why they stopped day of weigh-ins and went to day before. Because even though you say people are bullying, everyone is going to look for an
90 seconds.
advantage. So there's no way to know who really deserves to be at what weight. It's all about what weight can you make.
Right. So, but we going off of what we saying is what some people narrative is. Hey, what's fair? That's not fair. The fact that he's saying, hey, listen, the day of the fight, just make sure that you are not over 10 pounds. That's the IBF rule. That's a rule that's in place by
But
a sanction.
you
That's
just
not
said
something
it.
made
But
up.
you
60
just said it.
seconds.
You just said that's the IBF rule. Tank didn't have that belt since he fought Pedraza.
It's not. But that's. I'm not making it a fact that just because he didn't got the belt. It's just what I'm saying. It's not unheard of. And so in that case, is the IBF championship belt? Is that belt should that just be thrown away? Is that a cheap belt?
I'm saying if you don't have
Because
that belt,
because the same.
how are we fighting for those rules?
It doesn't matter. The rules is in place for whatever you can agree to. It's just a contract. If you say, hey, listen, I'm going to fight you, but at the end of the day, the ring is smaller because I don't want you to run around Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. Okay,
10
cool.
seconds.
Am I cheating in?
So when you say I don't want you to run around, are you not limiting that fighter at what he can do?
The same way they will argue to be able to have
Are
a
you
bigger
not
ring
gonna
so they
answer
can run
any of my
around.
questions? Because I'm gonna hang up if you just not gonna answer questions, brother. Because I've given you more
Listen, I
time
can
than.
answer your question, and it's
But you're
always going to be
not.
the
But you're
question is
not.
how you see it. Yeah.
No,
Look,
you keep
okay,
asking
so
me
yeah,
questions
so
when I ask you a question. I'm gonna just get to somebody. I gave you enough time. You have a good day. I don't know, you guys. Why you guys avoid a conversation? Can we have a conversation? You guys are so weird. Stop avoiding the conversation. I'm trying to ask you questions. You know what I mean? Like I answer your questions. What is wrong here? You come and you make this case, and then when I ask you questions about this case, you don't want to answer them. Glenn in Tucson, what's up?
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, hey, so I just wanted to talk about that whole, weight training and the rehydration club. You just said that there's also medical studies on it that it could be dangerous for a fighter, and I totally, agree, and I think it could be also simplified. Just watching a fight when you see a punch, that's landed, Tank gets landed with a, Ryan did end up touching him up a little bit, but Tank didn't even feel it, right? If he were like 30 pounds more, would he have felt it? If he was able to rehydrate to a comfortable weight, would he have been dropped second round? Would he have stopped fighting after that rib shot? There's so many questions to be asked that a lot of people don't understand. It's like you're putting they signed the contract, of course, because they're probably desperate. They want to sell some pay-per-views and they want to, put their name in the limelight, and they're going to sell the fight because they have experience. They have Money Mayweather, the best promoter that you could possibly have. Tank, got his rise to fame. Just having that name is going to bring you up to that level. If it was Shakur, if it was anyone else, they would be up on that Tank level. It's not Tank really, it's Mayweather that's really bringing up, these strategies and Oscar De La Hoya, he is not the best reference to go by here, but he did say that the team didn't really believe in him. It sounds like it by all these stipulations. On top of that, what I think Tim Bradley said the other day is 100% true. He's talking about he's focused on selling pay-per-views like a Jake Paul, but he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame like a Jake Paul. You know what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, I think that's where they're going. Right? They're trying to get all the casuals to buy the pay-per-views, and they're like, to the hell with the Hall of Fame because it's too much of a risk for Tank. He's making up these excuses. He says he has cruiserweight power, but he's still trying to drain these fighters. So that's my call on that. So I appreciate you, man.
All right. I'm gonna just go ahead and time out all these weirdos talking about weight bullying. Let me tell you something that are selectively choosing to forget. I've never called Earl Spencer weight bully, especially when there was, you know, good 20 content creators calling him a weight bully. You make the weight, you make the weight. I never even called Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. a weight bully who notoriously was coming in 182 pounds for a 160-pound fight. So, unless you want to go to the Phantom Zone, don't put my name and bully in the same sentence with the word weight. Or you're going to be in that Phantom Zone. Angel, what up?
Yo, Nas.
Yo.
All right, man. Let me clear up this weight bully thing, cause there's only like one instance where you could be a weight bully, and that's if you miss weight 2 or more times and you still try to fight at that weight class. So let me explain. Someone like Shakur, he missed weight one time, but I didn't call him a weight bully because he missed weight one time and he moved right up. So you can't really call Shakur a weight bully. But if someone like Virgil, he missed weight twice, or not missed weight, but he has an illness for uh he has an illness because he's cutting too much weight. So people are calling him a weight bully. That makes kind of sense because it happens twice. It already happened twice, and he missed weight on the scale. So you could call someone like Virgil a weight bully because of the circumstances. But in terms of someone like Errol, they say Errol's weight bully. He never missed weight, not one time, just like Devin. So I think it only works if you miss weight more than 2 times. If you miss weight more than 2 times, I feel like you should be considered a weight bully. But that's just me.
Brother, let me ask
But
you a question. How does that
what?
make any logical sense? If you miss weight, you can't fight at that division. So
Okay,
how
so
are
let me
you a
explain.
bully? How do I
Okay,
have an
let me explain. Let me
advantage
explain.
over you to become and be labeled the bully if I'm not even allowed to fight you because I didn't make the weight?
Okay, well, you are. I mean, you get a second chance of making the weight.
But
You
again,
get to.
if I made the weight, didn't I meet the criteria? Haven't I met the fucking rules? How am I
Yes.
labeled the bully? I should only be a bully if I have an advantage, which I don't because I made the same weight as you.
Okay,
Your
we just have to
logic,
agree.
your logic about me missing weight 2 times, coming back and making it makes me a weight bully. But I made the
I,
weight. Like that shit.
all right.
It's so fucking weird, bro. You
All
guys are
right,
just
all right, but
weird. Where's the
in terms of
logic?
the in terms of the Tank stipulations, I think there's only one stipulation that Tank's team might use on Shakur, and that might be picking Shakur's gloves. That's the only stipulation I feel like that will work to Tank's advantage and not Shakur's advantage. If they pick his own gloves, what do you think, Nas?
What does it matter what gloves they give Shakur? He's not the puncher.
Yeah, but it's all about comfortability. Come on, you know that.
I swear to God.
They did it with Floyd. They did it with Floyd.
Bro, Floyd, notorious, like, I ain't gonna say notoriously, but this Googleable. He had hand issues for whatever part. There's even articles of people saying he was getting shots in his hand with some injections, brother. But
So
a dude
you're
that doesn't
telling me
have hand problems, why does he
you're
care about wearing winning?
you don't think? I mean, I don't think Shakur would care, but you don't think Tank's team would put that in the contract that we get to pick your gloves?
If they are afraid of Shakur's power, they'll put him in winnings. If Shakur has power, they don't want him in Reyes and Grants. I don't understand why would they change Shakur's gloves. He's not a puncher.
Just the it's all mental. It's all about dictating on who's who. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess, but you know that when it happened with Floyd and Oscar, it was about glove size.
Well, this could be about glove size too.
And when it happened with Floyd and Maidana, it was about the knuckles being felt because Maidana had horse hair gloves. It's not about comfort, it's about contact. Reyes are quote unquote puncher's gloves. Winnings are for people with fragile hands or had hand injury. Hence why they use them in sparring, not to get injured before the fight. Only very few people use winnings in an actual fight. I mean, I think fucking I hope Inoue, right? Because he would break the myth. It'd be like, yo, one of the biggest punchers is using winnings and still getting punches. Harlem World.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I thought he won. I thought he wore winnings for the Nonito second fight where he got the stop it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, you can't do no weight bully if you fucking looking the weight. I mean, and if
Are
you
you on
also
Bluetooth? Because you
dehydrate
don't
too much,
sound good, champ.
you hear me?
Yes.
Damn, I gotta restart the whole shit.
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to be clear and inaudible.
Nah, I'm making short and sweet, man. If you fucking make the weight, you ain't no fucking weight bully. That's my call.
That's how I feel, man. I just don't get it. If it's like that, let's start doing, shows about Earl. My man literally told you out his mouth he had to lose 35 pounds to make the weight. So it's like, why y'all pick and choose? Y'all, boxing be dope if everybody had the same energy for everybody. He ain't snoring. Oh, he couldn't grab. I'm about to say, damn, you snoring shit? Al in the Bay. Turn the weed whack off.
My bad, man. I'm at work. Hello?
You?
Yo. What's up, man? Sorry about that. I was at work.
Nah,
But
you
anyway,
good.
I think the only stipulations that Tank would use is probably a smaller ring, like a 19, and probably smaller gloves so he can use his power more. But that might backfire on him because Shakur is now he's sitting down on his shots. Like the last fight, he was sitting down on his shots. So that might backfire on him. But I think that'd be like the only stipulations that Tank would use. I'm not sure if Tank will take that fight, but if it is, it would be like a smaller ring. So Shakur can't just move around. So he would have to fight like a 19. I think that's like the smallest one you can go as a professional. Because I think it's 19, 20, and 22. But so he'll use 19 and he'll use smaller gloves. So he can try to get his power in. I think that would be the only stipulations they would use for Shakur.
All right, my friend. Thank you for calling in. Let me go and look for somebody here in this chat. Put him in the phantom zone for being a weirdo. You know? Talking about I don't do Earl shows because Earl don't bring me money. It's just aggravating when people that don't know nothing about nothing talk. Because let's be real. Even Earl and Bud said that YouTubers talk about they fight so much because it brings them money, right? Isn't that the narrative? Wasn't Earl and Bud both saying stop believing them YouTubers? And all they fans, what was they saying? Yeah, man, YouTubers, man, they be lying. They just making money off of y'all. So now all of a sudden, I don't do shows about Earl. And instead, I only do them about Tank, because Tank brings in the money. Shut your dumb ass up and go to the Phantom Zone. Took me that long to find him, so had to get him.
Hey, yo, let me ask y'all something. If Tank fought Shakur next, would he be bringing him up in weight?
Nope. Not according to me,
Okay,
because he
because
didn't do that to
yeah,
Leo.
but according to some of you fucking idiots, then you don't really want him to fight Shakur, you dumb fuckers, because then that means he's bringing him up in weight like you did Leo. Idiots. Do you see why the show goes on for hours? Some of y'all are fucking dumb. If you even look back to when Tank first fought Pedraza for the 130-pound title, he hadn't actually made 130 in 4 fights. Was he weight drained when he finally made 130? Or no, he wasn't. But if somebody else can't make the weight and then they move down, or they finally make the weight, then they're drained. But if Tank do it to himself, then he's not. But it's like I find it funny. Y'all don't even know the fighters that y'all hate on. I'm gonna give y'all one bit of advice. Don't hate on somebody that you don't know. If you're gonna hate on somebody, get to know them, so you'll never be wrong when you hate. Tank Davis fought at 130 versus Pedraza, fought Liam Walsh again at 130. Then he lost his belt on the scale. So was he at his best at 130? Was he at his best, or was it hard for him to make the weight? See, y'all don't carry the same sympathy for certain fighters because you don't like them. You guys will never win. We just had Two-Tone dumbass come on here and poo-poo his whole argument, get shit on, and then act like it don't matter. If that's how y'all roll, then that's just how y'all roll. There's no need for me to do nothing. Matter of fact, some of y'all still owe me some money at my cash app. I wanted 50. You only gave me about $35. Give me $15 more for that breaking information, because I just killed the internet, just killed any creator who wants to use that Rolly hydration shit. CYP just killed it live on TBV. That's worth $50. Hit my cash app. CYP training. Stop playing with your boy. CYP out.
And looks like I got King Rico. King Rico, you gotta unmute.
Yo.
Was good.
Yo, nah, I just I just wanted to talk about people that's talking about like tank sexuals and tank maniacs, this, that, and other. Wouldn't we be considered nest maniacs or nest sexuals? Because we listen to you every day.
Nah.
People support.
Nah.
Why wouldn't it be people support
Because
people in different ways?
when they call them maniac, when I call them maniacs, is because they're obviously are past the realm of fan and they're more fanaticals, radicals, people that can't deal with logic, and that's when it's an issue. That's all. But
No,
as long as you deal with
it's the same thing
logic.
like being a fan.
No, because
And that's what I'm saying.
you could be a
Because
fan and
I
still
listen to
know right
this
from
show.
wrong.
I listen to this show every day, and I don't agree with everything that you say. But that's not gonna make me stop watching the show and not being less of a fan because I don't agree with you say. So just because my favorite fighter might put a stipulation on somebody doesn't gonna make me say I'm not. That's not my favorite fighter anymore.
No, of
No,
course
I'm
not.
a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the man.
But you
So
still gonna
don't.
call him on his shit, right? The same way you say you don't agree with everything I say, you must don't. Whenever you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. So whenever Tank do some bullshit like stipulations, all you got to do the same thing you do with me. You don't agree with that. I ain't rocking with Tank
True,
right now. He doing some bullshit. That's all.
true, but all I'm saying is once you become the A side, you could either agree to it or you could disagree. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said the other day,
Nah,
Virgil said
man.
he wasn't ready for the top guys. He wasn't ready for the
Nah,
top guys.
man. You heard
So
that last caller that said, once y'all start calling in and the words out your mouth is, he's the A side, you've already gone too far. You already
nah,
a
I
fan
don't,
of the
I
man.
don't,
You're
I
not a
don't,
fan of the
I
sport.
don't.
See,
That's
because
my call. I
the
appreciate
sport
it.
the sport can have
Nah,
things
I'm listening.
wrong with it. It don't mean that we gonna sit here and be like, yeah, man, this is the sport we live in. No, I've been doing this long enough that I was begging the promoters to do boxing on Twitter, and they did it. I was begging the promoters to do they undercards live stream on YouTube. I'm literally doing shows into the universe day after day. Like, why? What's so hard of them putting this fucking signal to YouTube and letting us watch it? I want to see a dude 0-0. And they finally did it. See, so I'm going to go with that logic because I've been doing this 12 years now and I see the change in the sport. I remember wanting something called an app, and now we got it. You understand? So I'm not going to roll with your logic, which is, well, he's the A side. Nah, we got to change that. The A side don't mean you get to cheat and make the other man weaker and give us a less than fight. We want an even fight. We want an even fight. Come on, man. Nah, he the A side. No, man, you a fanatic. If that's why you defending it, you a fanatic. You a fanatic, man. And that's the problem right then and there. Amir, did I get to you?
Nah, you ain't get to me yet, man.
Talk to me, brother.
Man, you right, man. That A-side stuff, that's already capped. When boy talking about that, you know what that means. Only thing the A-side should mean is maybe I get a little more paper than you. Everything else is fair game. So we got to stop that. And of course, I mean, listen, man. We got to stand around my way when I grew up. I don't blame you. I blame your old head. And when Floyd went to Money May, that's Tank whole stick right now. When he was Pretty Boy, it was the most beautiful thing ever. But when he went to Money May, that was his stick, and that's how he coming up. So, man, he don't. At the end of the day, when the last time Tank fought somebody that we like he might lose, or we don't know? It ain't really happened. If he fights Shakur and Dev, you know that's going to happen. So it's again, this is about being a fan of boxing. I like them all, but my eyes telling me the truth. I know who the best fighters are, and you ain't, you flinch it when it's time to fight them. So, man, make the fight. And one more thing, Joker's always talking about when they feel a power. Well, if that was the case, it'd be a super easy fight because, first of all, Tank don't walk through anybody. But if it was easy, like, bulls can't punch, you feel a power, now it's easy peasy in Japanese. I'm going to just beat these bulls up because so all that stuff is, Joker's just be talking, man. It's like the same thing with Floyd. He felt Canelo power, he still can't beat him. So boxing and a pure science could be the ultimate equalizer. At the end of the day, they just gotta fight. So fight and let's see it. Another thing that Floyd that destroyed for real, sadly, because he did some great things, he did some horrible things, right? Everybody's scared to protect I might lose or it might be a chance. I ain't the super favorite in the fight. That's why they're putting all these stipulations in too. So again, it's like, okay, I know Shakur and Dev is supremely skillful. But I want to handicap it a little bit on all these levels. I just fight, man. It's, however it go, even if you lose, you can get back if you're that bull. So this stuff is crazy, man. Bulls got to stop playing games and call it for what it is, man. This shit,
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. What is it? YZ money or YZ guns? Wise guys? Is it wise guys? You gotta unmute your mic on Discord, champ. Wise guys. He ain't learned how to rock out with Twitter just yet. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, let me see what we got. We last stopped off at Mad Ben. We got Rod of the Storm, $2 super chat. Says these Tank fans are delusional. Be more purse gang. Eric McCoy, $10 super chat says, I think Tank would. What would we need boxing to mandate? Tournaments with fundamental rules A-sides can't break. Would grow the sport and make the best fight the best. It actually won't. We've had tournaments, bro. A-sides just don't get in it. Lucian Bute didn't get in the tournament when Andre Ward, Andre Durrell, fucking Carl Froch, Arthur Abraham, all the big names were there. Lucian Bute said, I'm going to stay on my island in Canada and make big fights and make money without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Same thing happened in the World Boxing Super Series. Jose Ramirez ain't bring his pretty ass in there. Regis, Taylor, everybody else was in there. No, Ramirez, like, A sides always pick and choose, man. They be on that bullshit. Leonard, 5 quid. He says, say this respectfully. You had him shook. Stop bringing up Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz was a champ at 130. Leo Santa Cruz last fought at 126, February 2019. Never went back. Vacated 126-pound title. It's true, man. See, if you want to talk about anything about that fight, I'll give it to you here for the tank haters that don't know how to put shit together. So technically, what happened was some Clarissa Shields shit. Tank had that belt. Then he vacated that belt. Then Leo fought for that belt. Then Tank came back and beat him for that belt. So it was pretty in-house shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. Uh, you know. Let me see here. I got Rider of the Storm, $5 super chat. He says, Tank is a, and I quote, he would beat Champ. He would beat Shakur. He would beat Loma. He would beat Haney. But the only thing he doesn't do is actually fight them and put the cap emoji. Rider, that was a good super chat. Rider of the Storm, $2 says, Benavidez a weight bully since he misses weight 3 times? Question mark. No, he's also not a champ either. That's hilarious, bro. That was fucking Angels logic. That shit was hilarious. Big Supermax $5 Super J says Floyd Oscar thing was about glove size. That's just something Floyd said to rile people up. Fight above 147 is 10-ounce gloves. Always has been. We got Bags. What up? Bags. Bags. Special feature, what it do? Louisiana.
Yeah, you hear me now?
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a break. I know you had a lot of rough calls today. I am a Tank fan, but I don't like all the clauses either. See, I think two things can be true. What Tank shouldn't be bringing people down and making them fight at ways they're not comfortable at, and at the same time, Ryan, if he wasn't comfortable, I know it's a big money fight, but you shouldn't, like you just said earlier, and I didn't know. You educated me. If you're risking your health by draining yourself down to and being unhealthy, then don't take the fight. Like I know that's a big money fight, and you don't want to pass it up, but you don't want to risk your health either. You know what I'm saying? And like I think people are getting confused with this whole weight bully thing. Just because somebody blows back up after they weigh in, that don't make them a weight bully. I do think again that's kind of unhealthy. People should maybe try to fight closer to their walking around weight so they don't have to drain down. But I understand because if Ryan does walk around at like 140 something, 150, it's a lot tougher competition up there. You know, we talking if he gets up high enough into the 147 division, you got Spence, Crawford, and all those guys, then he might not feel like he can compete with those guys right now, and that might be a reason he drains himself down. But I really, like I said, it's possible. Like, I'm a Take fan, but I'm not for all the excuses and all this A side. We need to kill all this A side, B side, this side of the street, that side of the street. Forget the street, forget the size. Just make the fights. That's my call.
I got a counter punch from OC the Boss.
Yeah, I'm back, man. Listen, I wasn't ducking your question, man. I think Tank, yeah, I think he's gonna put some stipulations on Shakur. What the stipulations gonna be, we don't know. We can only speculate. So done with that one. I think a weight bully is, put it like this: you got valid points, and I think the callers be having valid points too. And you be wrong, and the callers be wrong. But I think a weight bully is a person that struggles to stay in this division and misses weight on the scale. They get their little time to make the weight, but they make the weight. But through the whole camp, they were struggling. And they keep telling you they're struggling to make this weight. And then they make the weight, but then they lose,
and they say, well, I was struggling to make the weight, or I couldn't hydrate up to this. Motherfucker, you shouldn't have been in that weight class. The one caller that said because Ryan was he didn't get to hydrate enough, and maybe it was the body shot, or maybe he wouldn't have got knocked down in the second round. Listen, motherfucker, you ain't never been hit with the body shot before, so I don't give a fuck. Listen, when I'm not fighting, I'm not competing, bro. I fight at 160, bro, but I be walking around at like 180. When I fuck up and be eating, I be like 190, 195. Dude, a motherfucker that fight at 135, and this motherfucker is training to have a fight. So he was about 140. This motherfucker hit me with that liver shot and broke my big ass down. So I don't want to hit. I'm hydrated like a motherfucker and still got dropped. So man, listen. The about the little Tank shit. Listen, oh hell yeah, I'm a Tank motherfucker fan. I just like the way the little motherfucker fight. Just like I'm a Mike Tyson fan. Just like now, I still don't even watch that James Buster Douglas and Tyson fight when dog got knocked out, because that just killed my little heart. Shit, I'm a Sugar Ray Leonard fan. I hate to see when Sugar Ray Leonard got knocked down and he lost. When he started getting older, man, listen, that don't make a motherfucker weak or a fan, a man, or whatever. It is what it is, man.
Alrighty then, champ. I see people saying that I am lying, which is pretty weird. So I guess I got a screen share. Here we go. Let me make sure it's looking nice and neat there. Yeah, that shows it, doesn't it? Okay. So if you go to Miguel Flores, it says WBA Super World Vacant Featherweight title, 129. See that? And then it says 2019, 1123. You see that? So now if you just click on Tank, you'll see that he had that belt in July. And it's right here when he fought Hugo and Ricardo 2019, July. Obviously, Al told him, look, the only way we're going to get you, Leo, and put you on pay-per-view is to equally give Leo something too. So we got to make Leo a 4-time champ, get him happy, then tell him he's got to fight you. So vacate your belt, Tank. Okay, I'll vacate and move up in the next fight and fight for the 35-pound regular, which he still has. While Leo moves on to fight for the vacant, and then he comes back and fights Leo, moves back down. I'm not lying. It's just you guys don't follow the sport. You don't really be knowing what's going on. Let me see. I think numbers, you got a counterpunch because I see you back, Adam, with the hand raised. So weird how people be in denial. They're like, yo, that's no way he did that. No way. It's like, bro, what's up? Numbers, I actually don't see anything there, so I'm going to keep moving to the next caller. T Lane, what up? T Lane. Joe Ray, what up?
What up, Ness?
What's good with you?
What's cracking? Yeah, I just I look at it as Mayweather when he fought Marquez. They fought at a catchweight, and he actually paid 600 G's just for 2 pounds. But you know, it wasn't because he wasn't, he wasn't undisciplined, or he was undisciplined and didn't make the weight. You know what I mean?
It was so that he
And
doesn't have to feel like shit making those 2 pounds. You know, because a lot of
exactly. And I was hoping,
callers said, "Oh, but it's only 2 pounds. Ryan's young, so why Mayweather's paying 600,000 not to lose those 2 pounds?"
exactly, and that's what I was hoping. He would understand and be like, "Yo, man, give me, I'll give half a mil up to come in and do it that way, and that's you're gambling on yourself, and I mean, you win that fight, and you're the face of boxing. But you know, um, you're gonna have these stipulations that they've been around, for a while now, and especially in the Mayweather area and era. And you look at Tank, and he's following that Mayweather blueprint, and it's something that as fans we want to see, fair competition, everybody coming in 100%, and see who, when the dust settles, who's on top. And I think that the fighters themselves have to change this. They have to not agree to these terms, or else,
Mm-hmm.
how are you going to, look out? There's got to be a union in boxing. Obviously, it's the Wild West out here, and so, these fighters agreeing to these terms is just going to make it worse, and they're just going to get even, harder and harder on these fighters. And so, I think that it starts with them not agreeing to these terms. I understand you want to make that payday, but man, you're sacrificing your health, your life, when you're going in there. And man, that's a lot to give up. And so I think, that.
Appreciate you calling in, Joe Ray. Cash in Jersey. I got to you or what?
Nah, you ain't get to me yet.
You sure?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, let me see. As far as the question is, would he put the stipulation on Shakur Stevenson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, yeah. I mean, he is the A side. I mean, that's what happens in a lot of matches. What kind of stipulation, we don't really know. Um, not really going to get into whether that's a good or a bad thing or not. I mean, to be honest, it depends on, the person and how great you want to be. Yes, it could affect you. You know what I mean? But some of these guys are getting a chance in a lifetime. I don't really blame them for taking it. I share the responsibility. I mean, can't do like putting the stipulations in there, but people are willing to take it to gamble on themselves. So, the like somebody said, two wrongs can, can be right. You know what I mean, or whatever. The other thing is, like, to have Floyd in your corner, that influence, that's fucking huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing him guide Tank, in and out the ring, I mean, that's a special circumstances. You know what I'm saying? To whereas any fighter will be inclined to kind of go with what he says. You know what I'm saying? So I won't blame Tank fully. You know what I mean? But Tank did also say when he, separated himself from Team Mayweather in some type of capacity that he was going to chase these fights. I mean, I think the question is, I think he'll fight Devin Haney before he'll fight Shakur Stevenson. So I think the real question is, like, how is that going to work out? Are you going to put stipulations on Devin Haney? Because I think I think that's the one he's searching for. Now, on top of that, Devin Haney's already too drained for that weight class. So if let's say it's a regular fight, if Tank knocks out Devin Haney, are we going to say he was too dry?
I mean, if he made the weight, he made the weight. You got to make the weight, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't be making excuses for dudes that make the weight. Oh, he's too big, he's too small. He made the weight. That's what y'all told me specifically. Y'all like, yo, Ryan made the weight. Ness, he all right. He made the next day weigh in. He all right. So like, make the weight. You make the weight, you good. That's what y'all said. Major Marketing, $2 Super J says, "What's your definition of a weight bully, Ness?" I thought I said that I don't believe in weight bullies. You make the weight, you make the weight. You make the weight, you make the weight, man. Julio Cesar Chavez, look it up, man. He used to fight at 180 when he was 160. First and 15th, $2 Super Chat says rehydration clauses is garbage. It's that simple. I'm with you, Champy. Manuel LG, $5. He says Tank would have got the KO with or without rehydration clauses, or even if they even if they fought at 140. stoppage would have happened in the 9th or the 10th, though. I mean, and that's the worst thing. That's what Max Kellerman said, right? It's like, yo, he didn't even need this. You know what I mean? That's what's worse. And that's what we want. We don't want him to use this when it comes to Shakur, man. T Lane, what up, though? T Lane, you gotta unmute, champ.
Hey, what's up, Ness?
What up with you?
Got it, man. you made a comment about um Tank. He was moving people up and down or something like that.
I
No,
ain't
no, it
I
was
ain't say that.
no, it was a you said dang it was a minute ago, but uh, some type of way you were talking about um this whole him taking guys like almost killing them or something first. I don't know if these are your exact words, but
I said,
guys are moving up right after they fight, right?
isn't it a coincidence that Tank has fought 4 guys that immediately moved up and have complained about making the weight?
Yeah,
Pedraza.
that's what I'm
There's articles of Pedraza saying he couldn't make 30 no more, and his next fight he moved up.
right,
Rolly,
right.
he couldn't
So
make the weight, he moved up. Ryan was already not making the weight and fighting at 40, and now he fought at 36, and he said he moving back up. And then
yeah,
Barrios, he moved from 40 to 47 immediately
right.
after.
So the thing is that when you say that, now you discredit, Devin Haney, you discredit
How?
Cambosis because Bob came out and said Tio had a problem, and Tio moved up right after Cambosis beat him, and we give we're giving Devin the credit for beating the man that beat the man.
Yeah, I don't
You
I
know,
don't I don't look at it that way cuz I don't wake up to make narratives. I actually wake up to watch the sport cuz I love it. So, I knew that Tio didn't want his rematch. You know what I'm saying? I knew that they offered him the rematch. Um so yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. He moved up cuz he
what are
couldn't
you?
make weight.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the only reason why Cambosis was able to beat him is because the guy couldn't make weight. I mean,
Okay.
he was dead.
So
You know what I'm saying?
how
So
does that affect Devin when Devin beat Cambosis, not Tio? See how your logic don't make sense?
it does make sense because he couldn't beat that dude in his full strength, and he's not he didn't beat the man.
Oh,
You know what I'm
so
saying? Because the man
so
wasn't
he
ready.
don't have the belts.
The man wasn't at his best.
Yeah,
Is
but
all I'm
but
saying.
did
Is when you
Devin
see
fight
see this
Tio? Did Devin fight Tio or did he fight Cambosis?
he fought Cambosis.
Okay, so
He fought Cambosis, but we giving Cambosis we giving
hold on, because you're going way too fast. Is Cambosis moving up? Because your
nah
argument is based
Cambosis.
on, remember that your argument is based on I fight you and then you move up. So that's why you ain't getting credit for the win. And you said, Ness, don't
Nah,
do that because now you going to discredit Devin. But Devin never fought somebody that moved up immediately next. So your logic
nah, but it's
is
still
wrong.
no. My logic ties in. It all ties in
No,
together.
I mean, you
But
forcing
my
it to
point,
tie in.
no, I'm not. I'm not. You saying that Devin is the man because he beat the man that beat the man, and I'm saying that in
First of
that
all,
case, that
listen.
the man who
First of
hold on,
all,
can I
I
finish?
never once said that in this conversation. I never once said that in this show.
Okay,
But to fit your
okay.
narrative, you are saying that I said that. So maybe you
I,
want to start
you didn't.
over.
No, no, I'm saying you okay, you just said you didn't say it this show. But I've heard you say it before. I've heard other callers say it before. All I'm saying is that when we start taking away credit from fighters because somebody else moved up because they said they couldn't make the weight, we talk about all these different things, then we can start going back and discrediting other things,
No,
for
hey, listen,
for the
champ,
way things went
champ,
down. That's all I'm
no,
saying.
no worries. Everybody knows your name is T Lane, and you believe if you fight someone that moves up, you don't get credit. So the dude that beat you, also, he can't give the next guy that beats him credit either because his legacy is tainted because he beat someone that was weight drained. Basically, is your logic, right?
No, you putting words in my mouth. These are your words. I'm repeating back to you to tell you how you, when you try to make logic out of things like that,
No,
that
I
then
never
then people,
said.
then
I
people,
never
then
said.
people, then
See,
people.
see,
Hold
see,
on, let me
see. No,
finish,
no, no,
champ.
no. I
Let me
can't
finish,
let you
champ.
finish. I can't let you
Let me
finish
finish,
because you're
champ.
making things up. I never
All
said
right.
Tank don't get credit for Ryan. When did I say that? And I also never said
No,
Tank don't get
no.
credit for Barrios.
What
No,
you
no.
said,
Hear me, so
what
you
you
can
said is that this
understand.
dude beat dude. No, what you said was this dude beat dudes that was drained. They were dead.
I never said
Like they
that.
didn't have.
I never said that.
That
You
is what you
putting words
said.
in my mouth now.
No,
And
go
I'm
back
not
and
going to
listen
cut
to
you
it.
off. I'm not going to hang up on you because I'm going to make sure that you know you lost this conversation. Okay? Now,
It
try
ain't about
again.
winning or
No,
losing
no,
for
no.
me,
It
champ.
is.
I'm just repeating what you said.
It's always about winning and losing for me.
Well, that's
It's
for you because
always.
that's what you
It's
do on the
always.
show. I don't.
So now
It's not a debate for me.
I want you to
I'm just
try
telling you what your
again.
logic
I
is
want
saying.
you to try again without putting words in my mouth. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You said that's. You can go back and
No,
re-listen to it if you
I
want to.
never said Tank don't get credit for beating Barrios, Pedraza,
You
Ryan,
didn't have to
or
say it. It's what you said that said that he don't really get
so
credit
wait,
for it.
so wait, so
Yeah,
hold
you
on.
ain't have to say the exact words. It's
Now
what
you
you
telling the
saying.
truth. Now you telling the truth that
Yeah, it's
you're
what you
putting that in
saying.
that. So
No,
just
it's
tell.
what you saying.
Can
No,
you
that's
tell
not
the
with anything.
audience? Can you tell
You
the
take my
audience?
logic. You take my logic and you twist it around.
Sir.
Yeah.
Can you just tell the audience one more time what you just said? That I didn't say that.
You did not say those
Thank
exact
you.
words, but what you
Thank you.
said
Thank you, man.
is doing the
Thank you, man.
same thing.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. General Camino.
Yo, Ness, what's good, man?
What's up?
Chillin'. Today's topic, Tank and Shakur, I see. Man, I don't feel like Tank gonna put no stipulations on Shakur. I mean, he's at 135, Tank's at 135. It'll probably just be the way the rules are when you fight at your weight class. I'm glad you guys finally touched on that Ryan and Goosen situation. I mean, I knew they wasn't doing shit in that camp. And that comment that Joe Goosen put out before the fight where he talked about, working with Ryan and, you don't really coach Ryan. You got to work with him. Like that right there shows me that it's not a Joe Goosen thing. It's a Ryan thing. Ryan got an issue with his team. Ryan got an issue with boxing. I don't know what it is, why he doesn't want to learn boxing the conventional way. As a fighter who has never been a champion, what the fuck could you be bringing to the table that a coach not gonna bring to the table? What are you bringing to the table that's gonna make you a better fighter and you ain't never won no championship? I don't know. Shit like that is kind of weird. As the weeks go on, I feel like Ryan did a good job at selling that fight, and so did Tank. Because I feel like we all know at this point that Ryan is super underdeveloped. Him and Devin, I think they fought in the amateurs. And if you look at where their skill sets are at right now in their careers, both of them, Ryan is super underdeveloped and it shows. It's a very odd situation. I don't know where he's going to go next. I'm interested to see if his next fight is even going to be a pay-per-view or if it's going to be headlining like a DAZN card. Like, I don't know how that would even work. I think he should hop on the undercard of that Jake Paul shit. That might help his image a little bit.
All right, champ.
Yeah, that's my call, man.
Quan, what it do?
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up?
What's good? What's good? So I'm just tuning in, seeing the I did see what Max Kellerman said about that. I don't think he's wrong. I mean, we all expect Tank to put some type of stipulation in the contract, but when it comes to Shakur, I think he will, but it's not going to affect Shakur because Shakur coming up from 130, it's not like he have weight problems. He's not going to have weight problems at 135. I highly doubt he going to hydrate bigger than what's that 145 if they do fight. So either way, Shakur he'll be able to take whatever stipulation come with the contract and he'll handle his business. But that's all I got for you.
All
Fire
right.
topic. Keep up the grind, man. Appreciate it.
All right, champ. Big C, what up?
What's up,
What up?
man? What's up, with all these Ryan haters, man? They ain't got. I thought they were talking about secure, man. But anyway, though, secure, man. First of all, Jay Prince them is not going for all that tank negotiating about rehydration. They not doing it. So y'all can kill that. That's who his that's who his promoter and who his advisor is, right?
Yeah, but that just says that they won't accept it. That don't mean the Tank won't offer it.
Okay, well he offered they ain't gonna accept it because really there's nothing to talk about. And then again, I heard you say something about Rolly came out and said he was weight drained too.
That's what I heard. But according to Coach Larry Wade and CYP, who got that information from him, he did not.
Because Bullet was saying how Garcia was dumb as hell for taking the rehydration because he said something with the white blood cells that messed up. And then on top of that, after the fight, Brody said he knew what it was that got Garcia beat. So everybody want to play like this, this
What you
like
mean he
Tank
knew
this
what it
benevolent.
was?
He said it right after the fight when they caught him and interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? But he said he ain't gonna say because he want to get another fight with Tank. He don't want to, you know what I'm saying, be talking no shit while Tank won't give him no rematch. Everybody know what it was. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real boxing fan in the boxing community, that weight draining stuff, that stuff affects you. Just like they say with the white blood cells and all that.
I Big C, Starborn. Starborn. Going once, two
What's
times.
up? What's up, y'all, man? Great show, man. I, I'm getting tired of this Tank hate, man. I'm really getting tired of this. I ain't saying from you. I'm just saying from the people, man. He signed the contract. You sign the contract. It is what it is. Don't sign the contract. Don't sign a contract because you want it. You want to take the risk to get the money and see if you can go against the odds of your body or anything like that. Have some discomfort, and then when you lose, people want to bring it up. Don't sign a contract. And he's not putting no stipulation on Shakur. That don't make no sense. Max is just running off his mouth. Why you gonna put something on Shakur? They're the same size. Matter of fact, Shakur a little smaller than he is. So come on, man. Tank a beast. Tank doing what he got to do. And Tank is the future of boxing, man. We got to realize that. You know it.
All right, champ. Well, thank you for calling in. Great call. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. Watch out for the notifications. Make sure that you are notified so you know when we go live. Catch us on the next one. It'll be in about an hour or so for my second show. We had a late start this morning, but it's all good. Catch us here. Don't forget to subscribe.